There it is.
All right. Well, good. Except from a technical standpoint. Pow.
We are good. Stream,
All
stream,
right.
stream. We have a cacophony. No, just kidding. I'm just gonna close that.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Last time, on the Redeeming Faith, our party found themselves deep within the second layer of hell in the city of Dis, having completed a soul contract for information about a smuggler. They retreated to a couple of rented rooms for the night to get a long-deserved rest. They woke the next morning, cultivated a somewhat of a plan, and contacted the smuggler, hoping for passage to the city of Alter. After calling for Abraxas over the magical coin that they had earned, he took his sweet time getting to the party, and eventually an understanding was met, a deal was struck, and traveling was prepared. For the exchange of 4 magical items, which happened to be the 4 flame spears that the Cambion had in fact dropped in the very spot in which they intended to travel. They left there upon a secret ley line deep within the into the second layer of hell to a sealed-off section known as the City of Alter. There they stood outside the city, crammed with buildings of all kinds of design. And Abraxas, keen to get his second payment for their return trip home, gave them a little bit of advice. Told them where they could find Olgamith and how to sneak into his castle. Through the sewers in the back. The party made their way into the city, stealthily moving along, finding that their streets were in fact abandoned and empty. The environment was confusing as there were things that were burning hot and ice cold. One moment they would be sweating, and the next almost freezing. The buildings seemed to collapse in upon each other and stacked in no way that any builder would put there. As they made their way through the city, they heard a sound that they were warned about by Abraxas, the sound of wings. The party... I think I even did that hand gesture. In case you didn't get it.
Oh, he has hands.
The party,
Big hands. I get it. Okay.
The party quickly tried to make their way into a nearby building, which had the appearance of a temple. After realizing that door was locked and Quildrith unable to unlock it, they made their way into a second building, managed to get their way inside into a destroyed temple. And outside landed a dark figure, clad in black and skulls, towering over the party, intent on finding their reason here. You're having too much fun with that camera. I'm gonna take it away.
You can't!
Fucking Chaos Marines.
The figure having landed on the roof above, Zenevieve attempted to communicate with him. He demanded to see her mark, which she showed, but he did not seem satisfied. After demanding where the location of the others, she began to retreat back towards the door, and that's where we're going to pick up. So, got a little tune set here.
Others? There are no others! What are you talking about?
It just seems a little bit loud. Hold on a second here. Here we go. So, this dark figure jumps down from the roof, landing in the street right in front of Zenevieve. Most of the party hiding inside, Richard sitting on a bench, holding the decanter of endless water recently blessed by Quildrith. Vanove standing back in the room.
I bless
The figure moves.
It's a double bless.
A double bless. If you wanna bless it as well, go ahead and cast it.
I think mine
We
was
are
just Richard chanting.
Okay.
I think...
If you're gonna bless it, I'm gonna need a spell cast into it.
Nah, he was just ritual chanting for giggles.
Okay.
Worked as far as he knows. He's not a cleric.
Fair enough. So the Oathbreaker, again moving towards Genevieve, standing at the door. Let me switch your guys' map here.
Perfect. While he's doing it, I peek my head out and get a best look at him as I can. Do I recognize any like scratched out symbols, anything that would hint to what he was a paladin of?
Okay. Did you guys switch to the new map?
Yes, yeah, we got it.
Yep.
Okay. So this creature walks towards Genevieve.
Real quick, did I get the? I'm peeking out. Do I see any symbols or anything on him to see what he might have been?
You
before?
see armor, black and clad, and go and roll a perception check. And a stealth roll. Okay. So you stick your head out a little bit to try and get a better look, and you see this monstrously tall individual clad all in black. Any kind of symbols on his armor are skulls and flame, horns protruding from his helmet and rising above him. He holds a blade almost as tall as he is, thick and heavy, but somehow holds it aloft as if it is simply a short sword. He goes from pointing the blade at Genevieve to now pointing at you. Ah, there's one.
I duck back in.
Where are the others?
Can I attack him right now?
I duck back
Roll
in,
initiative.
and I transform.
Roll what?
Hold on, before
Roll
she
initiative. Nope, roll initiative.
does. God damn it!
Everybody?
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, my initiative button's not appearing. Did you turn it off in the macros?
I don't think I did.
Okay, that's okay. Where the fuck?
It's on mine. Oh, damn it. That is disappointing.
Wow, he's quick. Oh well, hopefully he won't be expecting it.
Genevieve, if I can get your initiative as well.
Yeah, I did. It's 13.
Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then,
Sorry.
Ty, could you roll for Vinove?
I did. His is the 14.
Oh, his is the 4. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That is not tracking for some reason. The only one that showed up was Richard.
Weird. I'll roll his again. See if it pops up. No, I'll roll mine
No,
again.
it's not.
Remember to have the token selected.
Oh, dumb. Okay. Oh, I wonder if... There we
Oh,
go.
see, there's Quildrith. I'll change that in the initiative order.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to get him for you. There we go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I was 24 and he
24,
was 14.
and he was 14.
Sonny boy.
And then Genevieve, I do not
13.
have you.
13.
Click your character
Oh.
token and then hit initiative again. Change it.
Ah, shit. Whoops. Okay.
Noise. And you're
still
still not in there. I'll
Thank
add
God I
you.
can't
Yeah, it didn't.
Thank God I don't have to redo that. Because spend an unlucky point.
You still didn't get in the turn order somehow.
Oh God, how the?
So, did you click your token first?
Try. Give me a second.
It's a thing you gotta do.
No.
There.
There it
There
is.
she is. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. We get it all worked out now.
Fix it in
Descending.
post.
Okay. So,
What do you mean there's no post?
Fuck it, we'll do it
oh my
live!
God, we're live! Alright, so, initiative order.
I was 13.
Oh, you were 13 originally. Thank you.
I'll take the 19, but
Nah, bro, too late.
Honesty bonus? No.
Yeah, honestly,
shit, I am a
she's
paladin.
In the initiative order. Okay,
Not docked.
so, Quildrith.
Alright, so I take my action, I transform into him as best I
You
can,
transform into the creature.
as close as I can get to him, only wearing bright armor and with no helm, with the head of Andrai.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
just go use the Andre token.
So you're going to use your action to transform, and then your bonus action to switch your disguise to the Hat of Disguise.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, and then I will step out, and as a free action, I am going to talk to him. So as I step out, I look at him and I say, "You were once a paladin. Life tied to that is good, and now you are all."
I'm sorry. 1 second here. How do you know he's a paladin?
Because he looks like a paladin in dark armor, and he has religious symbols on him.
He doesn't have religious symbols. You notice skulls.
Yeah,
Get
I
this
mean,
kid
they're symbols. I don't know. I assume he's as a paladin with all of the broken churches and everything. I'm making an assumption, I guess.
Okay. All right.
So, hey, this could very well be a very much wasted turn.
Okay. So what do you say to him?
So I step out and I said, "You were once a paladin, tied to that which is good. Now you have become what you hated, but you are not forsaken. We are here, and your chance at redemption comes with us. There is no redemption without fall, no darkness without light. Become who you once were. Become who once you tried to become. Join us, and we'll find a way towards what you want to be, and not what this world turns you into."
It's a very long 6 seconds, but I'm going to allow it. Okay.
And that's all I can do for my turn.
All right. Vinove.
Well, that didn't work. Out of the way. And Vinove is going to run. He has 30 feet of movement. And so he's going to run to about there, and then he is going to cast... Sorry, new character. He's going to cast Spirit
Boys.
Guardians
Okay.
at level 3.
Okay. And of course, it doesn't have a
No, hold on,
descriptor.
let me pull the description up for you.
Hold on. I think actually Genevieve cast that earlier.
Oh,
What?
she-
Spirit Guardian.
Well, she clicked on it, but no, that's Guardian of Faith. Never mind.
Yeah,
So,
I don't remember.
no, you clicked on it. You didn't cast it, but I was just.
They're Guardians.
Why did that stop playing?
Do you
No,
have
it
the
didn't.
loop button clicked? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it just there's a delay.
Copy. Paste.
There you go. Spirit floats around you up to 15 feet away. If you are good in ritual, they evil, they appear fiendish. When you cast a spell, you can choose an unlimited creatures you can see to be unaffected.
And so he chooses all of us not to be affected.
Enters the area. Okay, so where are you putting it?
It's 15 feet out from him, so it'll be right in front of him.
Okay, stand by here.
Sure. And as he runs up, I'll describe it while you're getting this stuff. As he runs up, he's like, "Well, if that doesn't work, maybe I can buy some time." And he pulls on his pipe, and then as he releases it, as he breathes out, the smoke kind of starts to wisp and grow into these spirits that all have these giant wings and have flamed scimitars like Sarenrae, and they all start to circle around us, getting ready to protect us.
Shit. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to find. Just when I think I got you guys figured out, you hit me with something that I wasn't
Welcome to
expecting.
D&D, DM.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So
for his bonus action, he's going to give Bardic Inspiration a 1d8 to Genevieve.
So 15 feet centered on him, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll help you measure it out, so. Yeah, you got it.
So we're gonna bring that in a smidge. Can you give me a 15 foot over to the right? Okay. Okay, cool. That'll be good. Alright. Genevieve, did you get your Bardic Inspiration down?
What exactly does
The
that?
1d4 that you can add to pretty much any roll.
It's a 1d8. for his bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Better. 1d8 you can add to basically any roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just add that on at the
You
end?
get a pick.
Yeah, you can add it at the end
Okay.
after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. So you have to add it before you know if you've hit, or if you know if you passed or failed your check.
Okay.
All right, that'll do it for those two.
All right. Genevieve, you be up.
Okie dokie. I am going to. Oh, I'm a dual wielder. If I remember correctly. Yep. Alright. I get a +1 to bonus AC when doing it that way, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna use rapier and my longsword to run up and hit the dude.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move. And roll that damage.
I'll roll the.
Well, the attack.
And
Okay. And you're rolling straight, correct?
yeah.
Okay. So, you bring out your rapier and your longsword. You charge forward. You bring the rapier up and slash across. It just skims right across his armor. You take the longsword and you thrust it forward, trying to take advantage of his movement, and it just slides right past him, scratching on the armor. Both attacks miss.
Alright, so I can attack twice instead of once, so I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, you get one more
You
attack, so a
attack
total
twice.
of 3 times.
Yeah.
She attacks twice with her action, and then once more as a bonus action.
Right. Okay. So you thrust that longsword forward, and as he moves to the side, you bring the rapier up in a forward slashing motion, and you catch right underneath his armor, and you see the spurt of blood come out from underneath it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay!
You hit.
Woo.
Ooh,
Four-
very nice.
That's included the auto smite, right? Yeah, it is the other one. Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Is that included? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Okay, so I need to do math.
You can just hit the minus the 14.
The laptop doesn't have a minus because it's a Mac.
Should be next to the 0, but that's fucking weird.
Oh, she's got them all fucking covered up. She's got stickers on all the.
It
keys.
is
I don't know, man.
covered with stickers.
It's horrible.
Also a matter. It's double garbage.
You see the blood spurt out and start to drip down his armor, but it doesn't look like as much as you would expect from that solid of a hit.
Fuck.
Oh shit! I'm gonna Misty Step as my bonus action.
You
Aye.
attacked as a bonus action.
I thought attack came natural at my level.
2 do.
Yes, you get a multi-attack for 2 attacks, and then you can use your bonus action to attack.
Yeah, shit.
The die has been cast, my friend.
Okay.
Alright, would you like to spend any more of your movement?
No.
Richard.
My range?
Yep.
30 feet?
Did he just teleport?
No, I just
You made the pop. Was
There,
it?
there was no clapping sound. It has to be a clapping sound.
gonna compel duel.
Roll it.
Bam! Already did as his bonus action. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, he has to meet or beat 15.
Alright.
Beat 15.
Come on! Oh.
At me, motherfucker. Goddamn
He does
fucking
not.
heretic. Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't
No, I
make
said
the
he
save.
doesn't make the. He doesn't make
Yeah,
the
that's-
save.
Yeah, I was confused because, like,
Okay.
motherfucker. Fucking heretic shit.
Okay. That is your bonus action, what would you like to do with your action?
Do you have reach with your staff?
No.
Okay.
But I would like to ready an attack for when he steps.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your action.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to step
Okay.
forward. By the
Right,
way,
but he'll have disadvantage
if he attacks
on
anyone
attack
else.
rolls. Okay. So he looks at you. Oh, sorry. And you're holding your attack? Okay. For when he steps within range?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the creature standing before you locks eyes. At least you assume he locks eyes. You cannot actually see past his helmet, but the helmet turns and focuses solely on you. He raises the sword, and you hear, "Very well." And he's actually going to attack Genevieve.
Alright. It's disadvantage.
So this is going to be a straight roll. 26.
Shit.
So he brings the sword up, and you think for a second he might be coming towards you, but instead he hurls it down on Genevieve. Wham! Right on top of your shoulder, and you feel your clavicle snap under the weight of this giant sword.
He had
So,
advantage on her?
say again?
He had advantage on her?
He did.
Cool.
So you take 25 slashing and 8 poison damage.
You're immune to poisons. Or no, diseases. Shit.
Missed it by that much.
So close yet so far away. Is there any it's just
So-
poison damage?
So after slamming the sword down on Genevieve, he looks back towards Richard, and you see him extend his arm, and you see on his arm that there is this blue cord wrapped around his gauntlet. One way or another, you'll convert. And then the cord leaps forward. And Richard, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. Just gonna...
And you don't forget you get a +4 because of me.
Is that for all saving throws
All
or
saving throws.
All saving throws.
all saving throws? Okay. So the cord leaps forward off of his gauntlet, and it begins to wrap around you, and you see his grip tighten around it as if to pull you back. And this glowing aura comes off your body, and the rope falls limp around your feet, and then leaps back towards his gauntlet.
You have some impotency problems there, boy.
And that's going to end his turn.
Oh no, I'm out of the turn order.
No, you're there. And you're
Just combined.
all shadowy. No, you're all shadowy. I don't know why, but you're.
Oh, because
you're up right
did
now.
you delete the token that was originally attached to Quildrith?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so see, our faith is stronger than yours. Give yourself a chance. Join us, and I'm going to use my as a bonus action. While I'm saying that, I'm going to use my channel divinity to.
Okay.
That's going to be called. What the fuck is it called? 1 second. Emissary of Peace.
Okay.
So I gain +5 to persuasion checks in the next 10 minutes, and I'm going to take a single step forward, and then I'm going to, or no, I'm going to step over to Genevieve, and then I'm going to lay my hand on her and heal her for the 28 out of my lay on hands.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. What was your action? Was the Emissary of Peace?
That's a bonus action.
That's your bonus action, and then your action is going to be your lay on hands.
Exactly. And then
Okay.
as I heal her up, I'm also going to say, our faith heals us and guides us and keeps us moving forward to saving those who need it. Yours only strikes down. Ours will win in the end. Join us. And that was 28 for her, right? Or she down how much?
She
33.
she was down 33.
Yeah, you give me 35 if you want.
Okay, I'll give you 35. Top you off.
What were you down from?
I had like 4 damage before that.
From what? Because if that was from the Cambion fight, you did a full rest after that.
Yeah, and you should have.
So you should have been at full health.
Plus
No, it was something else. I ding-batted, remember? Like, I got gouged in the eye by the elf, or the
that's
halfway.
Right. You the
finger
Abraxas tried to take your eye because you offered it to him.
Actually-
That's right. Okay.
Did you include your 18 temporary hit points?
Yes.
Okay, so
You do not. You cannot heal those back if I
no,
recall.
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't have to heal her for those. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
So that
No.
would be
So you would have
instead
taken
of
essentially
35,
minus
21.
14 to the attack, so you would have been at 19 damage, really?
And plus the 4 before, which would have been 23, which I would have used.
No, I was including that.
Oh, okay, perfect. So 19 total. So
Alright, so... temporary hit points are gone. And I'm at full health. Okay.
perfect.
All right, and you took those off your lay on hands pool?
Yes, yeah, they're gone from my
Alright.
enhanced pool. Did he seem to react at all?
Nope.
Vanova-
Doesn't even look towards you. He is locked on to Richard.
Okay.
Vinove.
Nove is going to. Can he move this as a bonus action? Okay, he's like, well, we
How
all.
long does the sorry, real quick, how long does the Spirit Guardians last?
Spirit Guardian is 10 minutes.
Total changes.
Or in one action, let's see, it lasts 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. So plenty of the duration of the battle. Okay.
Yeah, it's a concentration spell though. So,
Okay.
and that so Vanova is gonna yell, "Why don't we get back into the protection I laid down? That would be great." And he's gonna step over here, and Vanove is going to cast.
Okay.
Would've. I thought I had more time.
Where is it? Wow. His spells are not ready. Okay.
I miss being able to swing like 4 or 5 times.
Let me pull up his Demon Beyond because he
Maybe
actually
you're-
didn't ready his spells all that good. Okay.
Baby.
Okay, and so he is going to. Damn, he has a lot of spells. Okay, hold on. I was like, well, just in case. And he's going to cast. No, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Fuck. Yeah. So he's gonna cast Bane on him.
Bane. Okay. Man.
So he needs to make a charisma saving throw. All right. So whenever that target fails. Oh, it doesn't. Oh no, he's not. That's a concentration spell. He can't use that. Fuck. All right. So he's going to. Fuck. Gotta stay within that. So there's some weird things that he chose. Alright, and I guess he'll step up to here, and he will cast Enhance Ability on Richard. Nope, it's concentration. Fuck me. What the fuck isn't concentration? They're not really marked. Oh wait, I see the marking for it now. Haha, just
Okay.
kidding. Alright, so I won't make that mistake again. He will.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. I apologize, everyone. He's going to summon a spiritual weapon,
Okay.
and he's
Where
going to
at?
summon it right there.
Okay. We are gonna use. That's not right. Why are you not popping up there? Did I put you on maps? No? Okay, this is ridiculous. Aha! There it is.
Perfect. Yeah, and it'll.
Alright, so it's gonna spot right there.
And it'll be a copy of his own sword, but only shining brilliant and the same gold color that comes with Saren Ray's blessings.
Okay. Does that come with the same damage? Or
Yeah.
is that spell specific?
No, it's spell specific. He gets whatever this damage is. Hold on.
Okay.
So it's a 1d8 plus 3.
Okay.
And I believe when you summon it, it can't attack the turn that it's.
Well, you can command it with a bonus action, I believe.
Okay, so he's just gonna do that and command it to attack with a bonus action.
Okay, so we'll use that roll.
Perfect.
All right. So you see this great flame blade materialize out of almost thin air, bright and radiant, as if gifted by Saren Ray herself. It appears right next to the creature, and shortly after it appears, it rises up and slashes down, and it catches this creature right on the neck in a weak point in his armor, and he reacts. That does 6 damage. Okay. Genevieve, you up.
Alright, so I'm gonna smack him twice and save my bonus action.
Okay, go ahead and roll those attacks. So, again, you bring your rapier hoping to take advantage of that same weak point from before, and he brings his arm in to cover it up, and ting, it comes off his armor. After him reacting like that, you bring your longsword down from the same direction, and he is actually able to bring this monstrous greatsword up and block the attack.
Alright, and I am going to use step to teleport back away into.
Okay.
Boom! I'll get right there.
Okay.
No, right there.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you see Genevieve trying these two attacks, both being blocked by this creature, and then all of a sudden, this mist surrounds her, which is confusing because it's fucking hot here. This mist surrounds her, and then she is no longer there. And you turn back and look for a second, and she's standing behind you in the doorway. Richard. I get the feeling that Richard is not at his computer.
He said.
There he is.
So what is the layout of outside?
The layout of outside is a narrow street. I can snap you over to it real quick. Are you asking about moving beside him?
Or behind him?
that's-
One of the two.
That's the layout.
So yeah, there's room.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
room. He will have the high ground.
Oh, if you get behind him because he's on the stoop.
Correct. Let me rearrange things here. You're back? Yeah, you're here. He's... Yeah. Sorry. I should have...
I was trying to help.
Sorry.
See.
He's... Or no, I guess he would be in the street. Who keeps moving my tokens?
Me?
So I was not right next to him, so
No, you're right. You were back
you
here.
can go back to the other map. It's fine.
Okay. We'll just say that there's a street out there.
Cool. That's good enough for me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bonus action. Hunter's Mark.
All right.
That was supposed to be the spell card, not the fucking damage, because I don't need to do the damage yet. Thank you, game.
What the hell?
Or that's 6.
Where the hell?
I use this little.
Hey Ty,
target.
how do you bring those little options up?
So it's the little button at the very bottom. And
In the basic?
on the token? Like, what do you mean? Like what I just did with.
Oh,
the,
that's right.
yeah,
That's
you
right.
click the very bottom there, and then at the very bottom is the hunter's
I
mark.
always forget.
No worries.
There we go. Okay, choose screen. Okay. So with your bonus action, you reach your hand out, concentrating, and a slight glow appears around this creature.
And then with that same hand, I'm going to flip him off and just kind of back. He should still be kind of focused on this.
No, he was attacked by a friendly, so the spell has broken.
Yeah, that's true. Attacked by another creature. Yep, okay, that's fine. Still flip him off.
Well, you still have your action.
You still have your action.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ready an attack again.
Okay. And what's your trigger?
You know what? Because if I remember correctly, readying an action then also uses your reaction. I'm pretty sure it does. At least that's how Matt describes it.
Okay, that's fair.
It is your reaction for that instant. However, I believe you still get a reaction later in the turn. You can't hit him with your attack and then react, but you can hit him with an attack, and then if he does something else, you can react.
So is,
Ready
you can-
action. No, the ready action allows you to ready a specific perceivable circumstance. To do so, you can take the ready action on your turn so that you can act later in a round using your reaction.
Oh,
So I
okay.
will not ready an attack. I will just keep my reaction open because if he comes in range, Pullmaster lets me hit him anyways. It's fine.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. So, this creature. That was the end of your turn, correct?
Yes.
This creature, having all these individuals flee into this temple, standing in the doorway. He looks at you, Quildrith, with your armor similar to his, blazing in this glowing light, looking different. You're a fool, and I will show you how foolish you are. And he is going to charge forward.
spiritual weapon gets an opportunity attack?
Spiritual weapons do not get attacks of opportunity.
Oh, damn it.
Nope, they do not get to react. They can move and attack on bonus actions, but they don't get reactions.
Okay.
Sorry. Pike does the same thing all the time if it makes you feel any better.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's
Okay.
my first time using one. I'm not gonna-
No, that's fine. So he looks over at you and brings that great sword up once again. Boom.
14, doesn't it?
14.
Misses.
Lands into the floorboards right in front of you as you duck out of the way.
I'm gonna try
then-
to as smoothly as possible and be like, it seems your anger against my face is nothing. And he also takes the damage from entering the circle.
Oh, yeah. Oof. Let me take a look at that here. There's so many other rolls.
I think it's 3d8. Oh, I can roll it off on this sheet, actually.
Hold on here. On a failed save, the No, that's compelled duel. Oh, that's right here. 10. Okay, let me make a wisdom saving throw. Did that not pop up?
It did not.
Alright. Why are you not doing it? There it goes. There we go.
So he takes half damage.
So he takes half damage.
So 10 radiant.
Okay. And then with his second attack, he critted.
Vinove is going to use cutting words.
Okay.
Reaction. So,
If it hits, it still retains the crit, though.
oh, okay, I see. Well, in that
Yeah.
case, it's only 1d8, so we won't be able to stop it from hitting. In that case, I will use my, what's it called? Uncanny Dodge.
Uncanny dodge. So you're going to take the straight damage instead of the crit.
Well, no, I take whatever the damage is and it's halved. It doesn't take away.
No, because the crit would be doubled.
It would only double the
You're
dice,
just
though.
gonna
Not any
It
modifiers.
already rolled 2 sets of dice instead of.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
see.
hold on one second here. I got to do math.
Well, no, it should take the entirety of that 2 dice rolls, half that.
So 30. So you take. So you take 19 slashing damage and 8 poison damage.
Perfect. And so
Thank you, Brandon.
hack through my temporary hit points, and then I very carefully make it look like no damage went through, and kind of just look at him like, "What were you expecting?" and pretend like that didn't hurt like a son of a bitch.
Make a deception check.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a deception check. Boom!
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Quildrith, you be up.
Your faith wavers, and if violence is all you understand, is violence you shall have. And I will attack him with the Sunblade. Does that hit?
Yes, that hits.
Yeah, alright. Oh, it's gotta be the saddest crit ever. But luckily, it was a sneak attack because Vinove is right there, so my sneak attack is also doubled. So 22. So 20 damage plus 22. 42 damage coming out from me on my first attack.
Okay.
And then and then I'll just attack him again.
Okay. So
Not hit.
you, having been hit hard by this insanely large greatsword, you fairly well kind of play it off like, yeah, let's do this. And as you're kind of boxing position there, you activate your Sunblade, and it activates and it pierces right into his chest, and you're
I want it to flare like super bright as I do it.
and the energy comes out his back, and it actually pierces all the way through, and you see this flash of radiant energy come out from the back from him, and then as you pull it out, you go to bring it back down, and he doesn't even move. It just hits his shoulder pauldron and then skims off. Did you have anything else? Want to use your movement?
Yes, I'm gonna bonus action disengage. And then I'm gonna step back, but not out of sight, back to here.
Okay.
And then just kind of, it's your choice: fall or be raised. And then Vinove, he's gonna look at me. Well, I don't really care which. And then he's going to fucking attack with his flame tongue greatsword.
Okay.
Yeah, probably hit now. Now he's gonna like, roll.
So, Vinove reaches back with his great blade and goes to bring it in this heaving action, and then, yet again, thunk, sticks in this doorway.
I'm getting rather sick of those, and he's gonna attack again. Where is his attack?
Does he get a bonus action? Does he get an attack with his bonus action?
Let me take. He gets 2. He gets attacks per action 2, so he doesn't get the
Okay.
bonus action, but he gets 2 attacks.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
Okay.
Think of it like kind of
It's
like
the same thing I get.
yeah.
Okay.
Where is that stupid? There it is.
So, thunk, it lands squarely in this door frame, and then he manages to pull it out, and then he's like, I'll just go underneath. And he goes to bring it up underneath, and thunk! It lands almost right into the door frame yet again.
And then for the bonus action, he's going to move the spiritual weapon and attack with it.
I don't believe you can move and attack. Hold on. I think you can use a bonus action to command it to do one thing. Let me double check though. Spiritual weapon.
As a bonus action, you can move the weapon up to 20
Oh,
feet
yep.
and repeat the
Go ahead.
attack. Alright, so I don't have control over the token, so it just moves up behind him. Goes
here?
for the... Yep. and goes for
Alright, go ahead and roll the attack.
Stab. Jesus Christ.
Alright. So the spiritual weapon floats over to him, and just like the other weapon, it goes to come down on top of him, and it just comes right off of his armor.
I don't like that. And then he's going to use the entirety of his movement to disengage.
He's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Not if he disengages.
He doesn't have a bonus action.
He doesn't have a bonus action to do that.
No, you use
You
your
use it to move the weapon.
use your movement to disengage.
No, you do not.
No, you have to use a bonus action.
You have to use a bonus action as a rogue or an action as anyone else.
I thought disengage used all your movement.
Let me double check.
I'll pull it up too. Man,
I'm gonna look it up.
Let's see.
And it's forbidden.
Disengage. If you take the disengage action, your movement does not provoke opportunity attacks. So it says action, so I'll say
It does not. It's not a movement. It's an action.
Okay, so
So
he'll
he can
stay
either. Okay, so he stays there.
Mhm.
Making me bust out my Dungeon Master's Guide. Okay. And that's the end of his turn. Genevieve, you're up. Strong drink.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna attack with both my rapier and longsword.
Are you moving up? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Did you roll to me? Did you mean to roll 2 attacks with the longsword?
Oh shit, no I did not.
Okay, so the first 2 will count.
Yeah.
Alright, so you move up and bring your rapier in a twisting motion, trying to catch that same spot, but he's tucked in now with that gauntleted arm, and ping! It just glances off. The second attack with the longsword, you try to bring it in across his neck, and again, it just bounces off the pauldron. You
Just
get a
wanna
nice
kick
little,
him in the junk, fucker.
you get a nice little whip of his neck, but it doesn't appear to do any damage.
Alright, I'm going to use the other action for my rapier, and I'm going to add that die rolled now. The bardic inspiration thing.
Perfect.
Okay.
You can roll first and then say.
Yeah, you can add the inspiration, knowing the outcome.
So roll
Ah.
first. If it's like a 15, then go for the bardic inspiration because you actually have a chance to hit.
What is it, 1d8?
No,
Correct.
roll the attack first.
Oh, what?
Roll the attack, and then if it
Okay.
does not hit, you can choose to add the 1d8 to the attack.
I
Okay.
choose to add the 1d8 to the
There you go.
attack.
Okay, roll a 1d8.
20.
Okay. So, you bring this rapier in again, figuring, oh, I can just get this now that I'm all pumped up from Vinove, and you see him bring his greatsword up, and he is going to actually parry the blade away, adding to his AC, and yet again, ping! It doesn't hit, and now he's staring at you.
Now we know he can parry.
Good information.
Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna withdraw and take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So he's going to take an attack of opportunity at you.
Unless parrying was a reaction.
Oh, he
Yeah.
misses.
Is parry his reaction? Because he would be used.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Let me check.
Wait,
Either way, it failed.
I just didn't know if it was a flavor parry or
Yes,
an
it is.
action parry.
It is a reaction.
Okay.
So doesn't
The more you
it wouldn't
know.
matter either way. And that's a good thing too. That thing hit like a truck.
It didn't hit at all.
Yeah. Yeah, the 15 would have missed anyways.
Well, had it hit, it would have been a truck.
Yes.
I don't know if it rolls the damage for you, but that's 41.
Oh, it does. It
Oh,
does.
it
It's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Richard.
Is that right? So we agreed that this was street, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Cool. Because I should be able to. It will put me in his melee range, but I stay in it. I believe. So,
So
he should-
in order to get to that point, you would have to pass him and get it and oh, well, let's see here.
I don't
he
know
used
if I
his
can
reaction.
technically move here.
He can't take
Oh, he
it out
did use his
using-
reaction.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did
but
use
here's
his
the thing. So I'm
reaction.
here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can pass through friendlies. So I want to know if I can sneak to here.
Oh, because this is just a wall
my
that went down
movement.
straight up.
Yes, because this wall is thin enough that you could be in that position
Around the corner.
right
So
there.
all I'm saying is, so I could do 10 feet this way, 5
Correct.
feet here, 5 feet here, 10 here. That's 30, which
Yes.
is my move.
But I mean, just to give you a heads up, as it might affect your movement, the platform is about 6 or 7 feet above. So since he is standing on the plank, you would have disadvantage at trying to strike him. Because he's on a raised porch, like a balcony.
I get it, but I'm not actually going to attempt to hit him.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just wanted to inform you of that in case it changed your mind.
The thing, I just need this angle here.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna look at him, just say, and point the decanter at him, and just say geyser, and let it rip.
All right, let me take a look here. Magical items.
I don't know if it'll actually push him because it needs to be a strength save of 13. I'm pretty sure he's pretty strong.
You never know. Maybe he's like, Geyser what?
He can always crit fail.
Geyser Permanente over here.
Okay.
There's also a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a bonus action?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what it says on the card. Copy
You can
and paste
use
it.
an action to remove the stopper and speak one of the 3 command words. So
Oh
it's
no,
an
the
action.
bonus action is how to aim it.
Say
it's
that
already
again. The
going.
bonus action is to what?
To aim it.
So
Okay.
action, bonus action.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do both. I don't give a shit.
Okay. So it's gonna be the entirety of your turn.
That's fine.
Okay. Let me. Okay. All
And
right.
this holy water does something additional, personally. It's worth a shot, boys and girls.
Why did that- Where did he go?
Oh,
Where did you go? Oh no! His card's gone. Okay. Strength saving throw. Kerchow.
You didn't make it.
Okay. So you reach out with the you move past him, kind of doing the little tiptoe past him and jump over this railing, and then right at his feet you pull the cork of this the decanter and you thrust it forward, aiming right at him, and yell out "Geyser!" And this flow of just gallons of water rushes forward right at his feet, and then just nothing. He stands unmoved. So that's going to be the end of your turn. Which brings up our, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to call him an Oathbreaker because you guys can see it in the chat.
Being
Anyway,
holy water didn't do anything.
He made the saving throw. No. He made the saving throw, and just touching holy water doesn't do anything to him. Just to give you a heads up, had he failed the saving throw, it would have mattered.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, so the Oathbreaker comes up. He, after having his feet cooled off
Oh, wait.
a little bit.
On his turn, he has to remake his Wisdom saving throw for starting his turn in the Spiritual Guardians.
Oh, thank you very much.
That one is true.
So he makes it.
Is advantage on it?
He has
He
advantage?
does have advantage.
On Wisdom saving throws? Okay.
He has advantage. Nope.
So he
Why
takes...
the hell did that just disappear? Let me see here.
So he takes a 9 radiant.
God damn it! What the fuck? Microsoft Auto Update.
How? You're on a Mac.
I don't. Just not my computer.
Office. If Office is on there, it'll do it. Tech Boy has decreed. That is the only.
So he doesn't take any damage, actually.
Huh?
So it says on a failure, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a oh, sorry, my bad. On a success, the creature takes half damage.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, but he has advantage?
he does have advantage.
Oh.
Okay, so 9 radiant
Alright.
damage.
He's tough. Okay. And Ty, is that a concentration spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole reason I wasn't using those other spells.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it doesn't affect his decision because, well, I mean, he would know either way. So the Oathbreaker, looking at Vinove, seeing that the major damage affecting him is these damn Spirit Guardians, he's going to make 2 greatsword attacks against him. So 20 and 16.
He'll use Cutting Words on the 20.
Okay.
It just has advantage on everything.
Ha! Brings it down to 17. Neither one of them hit.
Okay.
As
What
he's
does he say to get? What does he say?
Vinova's like, "What's the matter? Spirit got your tongue?" And then he goes just to block.
So the Oathbreaker, he brings his blade up to bring it down on Vinove, and he says these words, and he just kind of gives us, "Now's the time for joke," and just that slight hesitation brings it down, and just barely misses Vinove, lands right again into that patio. He brings the sword up and sweeps it across, and just as if a Looney Tunes anime, he just moves as it sweeps across and hits nothing but air.
You mean nothing but net? Oh yeah.
Nothing. Alright, so Quildrith, you're up.
Alright, so I'm going to run up. I'm going to stabby stabs with the Sunblade.
Okay.
Does that hit? I don't know his AC.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Perfect. And then
Okay.
snack attack. So 22. I'm also going to. No, I'm not. Okay. And
Okay.
then
So you activate your the Sunblade already activated. You slash it across, he's already distracted from missing from Vinove, and it just finds that little bit of weak point between his armor, and it just slashes across, blood spattering everywhere, a little bit getting on Richard.
I'm fine with that.
yeah, and then I'll be like, we would. You fall while we stay protected, while we stay blessed. Join us, and you do not have to die. And then I will attack again.
Okay. So you say these words, and now that he's looking at you, you swing again, trying to take advantage of the weak point in the armor that you've discovered on the other side, and he manages to just irk out of the way, and your Sunblade catches nothing.
Okay, and then I will I forgot the type of rogue I am. I don't even have the bonus action to disengage, so I'll just step back.
You don't
As
even
long-
have the bonus action. to
As long as
disengage?
I hit him, I have fancy footwork. So if I hit somebody or make an attack against them,
From the swashbuckler.
so
Okay,
I'll
okay,
kind of take it a step back here, and then
Must be nice.
boy howdy. All right, and then as a bonus action, I'll be like, "You're running out of chances. Your life is not infinite." And then that'll be the end of his turn. And then Vinove
Zenove.
is like, "I'd listen to the boy if I were you, but I'm not." And then he's going to attack with his flame tongue greatsword again.
Okay.
Does that hit?
He is going to again bring his greatsword up and parry. Greatsword against greatsword. The sound is resounding as two massive swords land against each other. The great flame blade turning and landing on nothing.
Excellent. And then this next one, he is going to, for no reason, do a Great Weapon Master attack. 'Cause I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Nope. Those are the shot.
So his still recoiling from the parry, he tries to use the momentum and sweep it back up, and just it hits nothing. Sweeps through the air.
And then he's like, "Well, you hit some, you lose some." And he's going to take a step. He's going to step back into the church.
Okay. Parry's not as great as it sounds, guys.
It actually is pretty fucking good. Especially when you're building like a super tank.
That's true. Genevieve.
Alright, so I can't see over his head, so I'm gonna move over here. And that gives me a pretty clear... Yeah, pretty clear. Can I throw a javelin?
You've got javelins. Go ahead and throw
I
them.
have two of them.
Roll
Here
that
goes one. Nothing. Two.
Oh,
Absolutely
no.
nothing, and they all clink everywhere. I have no more.
shit. So
Fuck my
Genevieve
life.
whips these javelins out and does a little quick little spin, and she kind of has the air of "I got this," and throws it right between throws it right between Vinove and Quildrith, and the first one impacts his armor and just stops dead where it's at and clangs to the ground, and the other one just goes right over his shoulder.
Well, at least I didn't crit fail. End up hitting somebody else.
Oh, my shoulder!
My balls!
Anything with
Oh,
your
character-
bonus action?
Scream, damn it! Die!
It's a good
Eat the
bonus
shit!
That's how we got the cops called.
what she said, I guess.
She
It's
is
not
very
D&D unless
visibly
you get at
ruffled.
least one domestic violence call on you.
No, she's very ruffled and she's breathing heavily, just furious. Because she can't seem to do anything.
Okay. Is that end your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Richard.
Well, he already used his fucking reaction. I'm just gonna do what I have to do to step up the stairs.
Okay. So that's gonna be, let me see here. 5, 10. So if you use 30 feet of movement, you should be able to get here.
What?
5. So the
Can I get
railing
here.
Sorry, the railing at this point is going to prevent you have to go all the way around. So it's
Yeah.
going to be 5 to go here, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is as far as you can get.
Can you make an athletics check to try to climb up?
I don't
Bonus
want to.
action? Okay.
I don't want to. Todd,
Okay,
it shows.
so that's your movement. And what would you like to do with your actions?
Math. Smack him twice. Swing at him. I'm just gonna swing. If my mouse would stop being all sorts of fucking. Swing at the deck. Huh.
Is that Mina?
Yeah.
What about that 19?
That's Roxy. Sorry, hold on 1 second here. Okay. Okay. So, you reach out with your quarterstaff, and the first thrust plinks off his shoulder pauldron, doing no damage. You use the momentum to come around your head, and then wham! You land right into the side of his head, doing damage with that second attack. Go ahead and roll.
Just
Damage?
imagine, like, the rattling of his helmet is pretty good.
There's also a D6 for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that, please. So the radiant, what's the radiant from?
He's auto smite for
Improved
being
Divine Smite.
Remember? Okay.
We're being full blood paladin.
I need to do math now.
And you know what? I'm gonna dump
19.
because I can.
a little bit of extra hate sauce.
A third level Divine Smite?
Is it any particular kind? Blinding, searing?
No, I just have normal.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Third level Divine Smite is 3D.
Is that a free action, or you just get to add that to an attack that hits, correct?
Yeah, it just uses a spell slot.
Okay. While you do that, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Sorry.
Holy
What you gotta
shit,
do, bro?
dude. That is some impressive damage for a quarterstaff strike.
I still have a bonus action too.
33 damage off of a fucking clocking him to the head. I love it.
It's a bonus action too.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, never mind. That's not for another.
Alright there. I don't think he's an undead or a fiend either, though.
Yeah,
That would be hilarious.
that would be fucking great. Just double the damage, pretty much, on the smites.
No, it just adds an extra D8.
Oh, okay. Just one?
Yeah, just
Still pretty good. Well, would one
Funny.
add one for each, wouldn't it? Your auto and level 3?
one. I don't think it does the auto. Improved is weird.
Okay.
Yeah, no, improved is just whenever you hit a creature with a melee weapon, it takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Damn. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
All right, divine smite. Damn!
I know, right? He did real well.
That was a pretty good divine smite. Okay. That the end of your turn? Or do you have a bonus
no.
action?
I have a bonus action with Polearm Master. I can strike with the butt of my weapon, which is literally just another fucking quarterstaff.
Go for it.
It literally just says with the opposite end of the weapon. It uses the same ability modifier as primary attack, but it's a 1d4 bludgeoning. So, just an extra little item.
Ooh,
I
little
didn't
kid.
get it. All right, so after pouring in this divine smite, you see him kind of like he kind of buckles in a little bit as if to guard himself from this damage, and then while he's in this slightly unready state, you bring the opposite end of your quarterstaff and BAM! You give him a Gibbs right up the backside of the head. Go and roll damage.
So here's the 1d4,
Ooh,
and another third level Divine Smite, because I fucking can.
Isn't it 1d4 plus your strength, or is it just...
It just says the damage is 1d4.
Okay.
That's actually, I might say that.
Because you said plus your usual modifiers.
Melee attack with opposite. Yeah. Melee attack with opposite end of your weapon that uses the same ability modifier as the primary attack. And that's, of course, I'm pretty sure it would.
Yeah,
So 7.
I don't see why it wouldn't. So 7.
Question. That is
Yes.
technically an attack with a melee weapon. Does my improved divine smite work on it?
Let me take a look.
Oh, I believe it does. There's a thingy for you.
Oh, thank you. That saves me typing it into Roll20.
Yeah, it says whenever.
Whenever I hit with a melee weapon, the butt of my weapon is still a melee
Yeah,
weapon.
yeah. No, I would. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay,
Roll
so that's a
that shit.
1d8, but I'm also doing another 3rd level of the normal divine smite, so I'm just gonna roll 4d8 because that's what it would be. And we hit that motherfucker in the fucking face again.
Damn.
So 7 plus 19, another 26 damage with the fucking fuck you
With a
stick.
quarterstaff. Donatello,
Damn.
motherfuckers.
They're just bringing the pain.
Almost got up to my
All right.
crit. That was great.
Somebody had to.
All right. So
42
I was
with one
doing it.
attack!
No,
your
you
turn.
guys are doing it.
The
Yeah, that's the end
Oathbreaker,
of my turn. You can
reeling
fucking look
from
at me he
all of
wants to,
this
motherfucker.
freaking hate and discontent, holy hate and discontent, coming from Richard, just kind of just realizes. How
you doing, little bitch boy?
Oh, wait,
save
yes.
them throw.
Yeah.
Makes it. Go and roll damage.
Bagal. So 7 or 8, depending on how you judge.
Okay. Just getting tired of being just berated by all this divine power in this small area. You see these wings leap out from his back, and he takes flight.
Richard?
Pretty sure I get an attack of
Go
opportunity.
ahead and roll an attack of opportunity while I get this all set up.
You might not wanna. If I hit, he ain't going nowhere.
Roll it.
I don't think I hit.
Don't hit.
That's
So
Oh
these wings erupt
wait.
out, and
What did you say?
no, I can't. I'm not going back that far. I was saying for my own.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
It had nothing to do with this.
so these wings erupt out, and as the wings come, almost appear out of nowhere, Richard, you reach out with his quarterstaff, trying to take advantage of this momentary lapse in awareness, and he flies. Let me make sure I get this right. Okay. You see him take flight, and he flies. Richard, you see this. Vinove, Quildrith, and Zenevieve. You just see him fly out of view. Richard, you see him take flight, and he rises up and lands on the rooftop opposite. Enough of your games!
Enough of you being a bitch.
And he is going to, at you, Richard, make 2 longbow strikes. So 9, I'm guessing, doesn't hit.
Close.
18.
Nope.
So you see him
A
procure
heavily
this
armored
bow.
bitch.
You see him procure this bow out of almost thin air, and he, as he pulls the string back, these arrows just appear and fires 2 shots. Neither have hit, and
Can I, as a free
One
action,
more.
flip him off?
you can. And as you flip him off,
fine.
he draws the bow back for 1 more. And I'm guessing 23 hits.
Oh,
Yes, but it will do seemingly no damage because very hit points.
Alright, so you take 6 and 8 damage. So these 2 arrows fly a little wide of you, and as you bring your finger up to give him what for, the 3rd arrow streams right past it and hits into your breastplate, piercing it only maybe about half an inch into it and cutting just this slight mark in your chest.
I'm gonna take that middle finger and just flick that arrow off of me.
Richard, you see, and the entire time holding this middle finger out and just, tink, and the arrow clatters to the ground before vanishing.
Didn't even get through the temporary. All right.
Nope.
Not so scary. All right. So does that bring it to my turn?
Quildrith, it is your turn.
All right. So, am I in the right place and everything? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna range. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Sure.
In case movement range was a question, you guys were back here. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So I'll run outside and be like, if you're leaving because your faith is broken, allow us to restore it into the right direction. If
Sure,
you're
he's
leaving
because he's a bitch.
because you're a coward, that is another thing all entirely. And then I'm going to fire my my light crossbow at him.
Okay.
I get 2 shots.
So,
Oh, good.
because I have not ran into this, switching weapons, bonus action, free action.
It's been usually most people play it as a free action. It depends on your ruling. Like,
Yeah, it depends. If you prefer it to be by the book, it's gonna take an action. If you
because
don't,
most
care,
I will give you a bonus action. So you can use your bonus action
you can say it
to
says
deactivate the sun. Yeah, go ahead.
you can interact with one object or feature of the environment for free during your move action or your action. Draw or sheath your sword is the way it's written.
Draw or sheath, but not draw and sheath. So I will give you a free action to sheath your blade unless you were to just drop it. If you want to drop it, I will give you a free action to draw your crossbow.
Both
If
of
you
them
want
are
to sheath it,
both of them are single-handed.
it's going to be...
I can hold them both at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, light crossbow should be one-handable.
Yep, that's why I chose it.
All right. All right. Okay. So free action. Well, okay.
Run, just
I will give you
basically
this
drop.
option. No. So your free action is if you were to draw with your offhand, which unless you're proficient in offhand, will give you
Yeah.
disadvantage.
I have 2 weapon
Or-
fighting, so I'm proficient with my offhand.
You can use a free action to sheath your sunblade, a bonus action to switch and shoot regular.
Well, I have two weapon fighting, so I'm proficient with both.
Oh,
hands.
and there you go. Okay, so never mind.
Okay, so I fire the light crossbow once. I'm guessing
All right,
15
so-
doesn't
Thanks
hit.
to give himself the old strength.
It just zooms right past him.
And then fire once more. Nothing.
And
Zooms
again,
right past.
almost the same exact spot. You're thinking maybe windage. Goes
All
right
right.
past him right again.
So it pulls a little to the left. I haven't used this thing to move. Come
All right.
down, you twat.
Vinove. Vinove.
Vinova is going to just kind of like stumble out. So his weapon, his spiritual weapon floats, correct, and can move 30 feet.
It can move 20 feet.
That's enough. All right, so
Hold on,
Vinova-
let me drop that 1 second here.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So it cannot reach him due to the height, but it can get closer.
Okay, so it'll move closer. He's going to come outside and he's going to look up and be like, "Whoa!"
Hold on. Sorry, I should have built this better so I'm not switching back and forth. Give me a second here.
Sure.
So it was here,
Uh-huh.
so it can go right about there.
Okay. How tall are the buildings? Just so I know.
These buildings are single-story buildings, so they're about 10 feet.
Okay, so if he was there, it was okay. And so he's going to, and we
The
know
spiritual weapons can only move 20 feet, correct?
yeah, spiritual weapons can move 20 feet.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's okay. So it hasn't moved up at all. It's just moved. It has started its movement across the street.
Okay. It's like, you won't run from that, will you? It's I guess you probably will. And then he's gonna be like, well, if I were you, I would just come down here immediately. And he's gonna try to use command.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
A one-word command.
Come!
Phrasing.
Oh shit, it almost turned exactly to the right page.
You see him twitch oddly in his
Crunch.
armor. He makes so funny.
I need a towel!
If you could see his face, you would see a slight embarrassment.
Oh shit, where is it? Okay, so what's his spell DC?
Spell DC on him is going to be 16.
Okay. He's gonna make it. So Vanova yells out, "Come!" That wasn't a very good one. The Oathbreaker
Phrasing!
looks down at Vanove, and you see no reaction.
Well, I guess if you won't come to me, I'll have to come to you. And he's going to Misty Step up to him.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
All right.
He's about as tall as the house, so I guess falling out off it won't hurt him that much.
So where? So Vanove was. Where did Vanove start? Right here.
He was here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you see Vanove vanish in the same misty form that Genevieve had done a moment earlier, and appear on the peak of this house.
Oh. And he's like,
Genevieve,
he like
you're
holds
up.
himself.
Okay, I'm gonna sprint forward to where I can see my javelins that, like, didn't do jack shit. They're probably still on the patio. I'm checking with the DM to make sure that's legit.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
The javelins are on the patio, right? Because I
One of
threw
them
and
is
missed
one of. You know, roll a perception check.
Oh, sorry.
Gross.
Oh, it didn't feel good either.
So you see one on the patio, and the other one is just, you have no idea.
Okay, so I run out to the patio and I grab it
Okay.
and I throw it.
Yes.
All right.
So I will allow your free action to pick it up, and then your action to throw it. Damn. So you go ahead and roll damage. You
Okay.
pick up this javelin and you kind of jostle it a little bit, and wham! You throw it, and as it flies through the air, you see the Oathbreaker turn towards Vanove, just appearing in front of him, and then it slams almost directly into his shoulder.
Okay.
Go and roll damage.
I'm also gonna do Divine Smite because it hit.
I believe that's only melee.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's melee.
Yeah.
Shit. And I only did 3 piercings.
Hey, 3 damage is 3 damage.
God damn it! Third rate, you bitch!
3 damage is 3 damage. Spit in the face of free damage. Any damage is good damage.
Smart damage that I did!
Good damage.
I was like, why he move so fast?
As he stood still. Alright, so anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
What can I do as a...
Touch bud.
There's certain spells you can do as a bonus action. I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of.
Oh shit.
God, I'm so freaking
Yeah,
useless.
okay. I forgot to roll for your eye on your last perception check.
Oh, shit. Alright. Bonus action. My boots of speed a bonus action.
You can, as a bonus action, click your boots of speed. Yes.
Okay. Oh, there it is. 2. Yeah, I'm gonna tap my boots.
Okay. So you tap your boots and you feel this surge of adrenaline through you, and you kind of feel the world slow down around you. Alright. So you have...
Double movement speed for 10 minutes.
Okay. So if you'd like to move, go ahead.
Alright, so how far can I move? Because I already went like 10 feet to get closer.
So you have 40 feet of movement.
50.
Oh, damn. Oh,
No, you would have 40 because you would have 20 remaining, and that doubles your remaining movement speed.
On your next turn, you'd have 60, but since you
On your next turn, you have 60,
Okay.
yes. But you have 40 now, and then don't forget, unless you have second story work, climbing is half speed.
Oh, shit.
usually it's also a check.
Well,
And a check.
I'm starting here. And I'm gonna attempt to climb.
Okay, so you have 15 feet remaining. Go ahead and make a
Athletics, acrobatics.
acrobatics check.
Can she choose one? Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay, so you get to the roof, and that's gonna be you have 5 more feet of movement
Okay, I'm gonna go
because
right
you
there.
started behind Quildrith right here, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
there we go. I'm all good.
let me double check.
I didn't
you're
fall
good.
on my face!
Yep.
I was really worried the boots were gonna do
Oh
me.
shit! Hold on, 1 second.
Oh
here.
shit! I forgot!
Oh,
You just had to remind him.
in your attempt to climb, you while attempting to climb, you get about halfway up, and then you reach for the tiles, and then all of a sudden it's just not quite the length that you thought it was, and you begin to fall. And wham! You fall on your back. You don't suffer any damage, but you are prone. Thank you for the reminder.
You're
That
very
is-
welcome.
That is why you did not get damage. Just FYI.
Just because I'm honest?
Exactly. Honestly,
God damn it.
proved no damage. Richard, you're up.
How high is this roof?
It is 10 feet at about at the lowest point, but if you were to attempt to scale it at its peak, it's about 15. They're slanted.
Okay, that's fine. I will move 25 feet to there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Oh, Misty Step up. To here. But I will actually use my last 5 feet of movement to get away from the fucking edge because I'm not about to idiot.
All right.
Is Misty Step a paladin thing or what?
It's on the paladin spell list, but it's not just a paladin spell.
Okay, that was a
So
Faye
many
thing. I
Misty
was like,
Steps.
I'm so special, and then everybody's like, Misty Step, Misty Step, Misty Step. I'm like, fuck.
I don't have it. If it makes you feel
Good.
any better.
It
I took it
does!
so I could get in range to
You
tank.
sneak attack
Alright.
faster!
So
Oh, hi again, bitch.
So as you move, you see the Oathbreaker look around, and you see him bring up his offhand, not clasping the sword, the same hand that is wrapped in a blue cord, and he clenches it.
Okay.
And then you still have your action, right?
Well, I think he might try to counterspell this.
Hmm.
1 second here. I want to make sure I get this right.
Is it a counterspell?
It is not a counterspell, so you do get there.
I also did not leave his melee. I'm just in it.
No, I know. This is still a reaction, and it's a reaction to everyone beginning to surround him.
Okay.
Is he using his bitch get out of dodge card? What a bitch.
Okay. So you see his fist clench, and it fills with a dark aura that expands and grows. Richard, go ahead and finish your turn.
All right.
He's doing what I did, only the opposite.
I don't think that hits. And I think that one hits.
Okay.
Too bad no
So
flanking
your
advantage.
first strike,
Not the crit.
you still kind of recovering from that misty step, a little new surroundings. You swing, and it just falls short of him completely. The second one, you bring it around, and slam! You catch him in the ribs, and it does damage. Go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna roll the damage on the first one so it doesn't accidentally roll the damage.
Of the crit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
And a 3rd level Divine Smite. And Hunter's Mark. I'll take it. I don't care. It's a 1. It's an extra damage. I don't
Okay,
care.
let's see here.
28 damage.
Roxy, get out!
Loves you.
Yep, 28.
Hey, Dana, could you get Roxy, please?
She has that cute fuzz and buzz. She just wants you to scruff it.
Damn dog.
Wants your love.
28, 28. It is 28.
28 motherfucking damage. Just the same as your crit. That's funny.
Huh? She's looking for something in here. Can you put the gate up, please? Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay, and damage is applied. All right. Anything with your? Oh, that would be it.
Nope, it would not. Yes, it would.
I was gonna say it's
Missy step.
all right. So the Oathbreaker kind of reeling from these attacks, his hand still outstretched in this dark energy. You see it expand, and it focuses in a point right next to him. And
He's summoning a demon.
you see that you see that dark energy focus, and
Ah, shit.
he rolled really well on that summoning. Just
That's
FYI.
rude.
You see this bone devil come into creation right next to you.
I counterspell it.
At what level?
I have counterspell available at 3rd level. So I probably have
Okay.
to roll for it, but
Go ahead and roll a...
what's the spell's level? What spell did he cast it at?
Well, you don't know that, sir.
I need it for the DC. You need... Okay, well you need to
He can
tell-
also just have you roll.
Yes,
Tell
so
if
you
it's CC
roll...
or not.
let's see, is it plus my spellcasting modifier? I don't know, I'll just roll d20 and find out.
Yeah, just roll a d20 and add... Oh, what is counterspell?
My spellcasting modifier is 9. I don't know if that sounds way too much to add.
That does sound way too much.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Oh, so that'd
Okay,
be
so
my,
what-
plus
what-
my charisma, so that'd be a plus
Yes.
4, so 18 altogether.
The DC equals 10 plus the spell level. On a success, the creature spell fails and has no effect.
Mhm.
So unless that's an 8... Yeah, 8th level spell, I think we should be fine.
Woo!
Oh, sorry, hold on one second. 10 plus the spells level. And what what level did you cast Counterspell at? I'm sorry.
No, it's. I'm trying to counter your spell. So the DC, I cast it at 3rd level.
Oh,
And
plus
so-
my spell level.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
10 plus whatever the spell was to summon the demon. So if it was a 3rd level spell, it'd be 13. 5th level spell, 15. Yeah, so an 18 total it has to. So unless it's a level 8 or 9 summon demon, then he didn't get to. And then it's a successful counter.
So many bucks.
So many bucks.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, so many fucking bucks.
So many bucks. Too many bucks on the dance floor.
Why are you on the dance floor? What the fuck's wrong with you? This is a fucking library, you dumb hoe.
I didn't know.
You all sound like LSP.
Everywhere is a dance floor if you're brave
Fucking
enough.
library, shut the fuck up.
I got LSP over here.
Every
Enter
everyone.
friends.
Okay. So
Everywhere
is a
dance floor.
you see the Oathbreaker raise his fist and clench it, and this dark energy surrounds him, and it expands and it focuses on one point almost right next to him, and it vanishes.
Once again, our faith dominates yours. Your last chance is coming.
Bitch.
So he's going to.
Panic.
Jess is laughing at something else. Entirely.
Oh, Jesus.
Very ladylike, dear.
Oh my.
She's gonna shit herself.
Everybody okay over there?
You're the one that fed me mac and cheese yesterday. What the
You're the
hell?
one
Are
who
you
requested
laughing
it.
at
I
your
was
own
being
farts?
nice. Yes, she is.
Fantastic.
That's marriage.
Yep. like this didn't happen
Okay.
before. Come on.
So you see him, his wings again fling out, and he flies out. Richard and Vinove go ahead and roll attacks of opportunity. Okay. So Vinove brings this. Say again.
He's going nowhere. That's part of his
Sentinel, baby, he's
Sentinel.
going nowhere.
He reduces his speed to nothing when he gets opportunity attacked.
Oh shit. Okay. So Vinove's attack.
What? I'm just being nice to the DM. I know
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
smart.
Okay. So he goes to fly out, and his wings expand, and Richard actually brings his quarterstaff down on one of the wings, and as he begins to take flight, he falls and is able, but lands on his feet and is able to get up, but is unable to move.
Then he takes 12 damage. Because it's still an attack.
Right. Math is hard. Okay.
No!
Okay. So unable to move, he's gonna.
I say you could
Oh.
leave, boy.
Mike, you're frozen. You froze
Oh,
there,
you're
Mike. What
freezing.
happened?
Are we good now?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of.
So he, having landed on his feet, realizing his wing was kind of clipped by Richard, he's gonna bring this greatsword up and attack Richard twice.
Alrighty?
So 25 and 25.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Whoa.
Sorry, 25 and 24.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
So he brings his greatsword up and boom, comes down and
What's your
Just-
AC, Richard?
19 at the moment.
Cutting words for the lowest one, the 24.
the 24. All right,
Yeah.
we'll cutting words. Didn't you already use reaction?
He,
You used your
oh, use
reaction.
reaction.
Yeah,
Yep,
no,
you're
they
right.
did
You're
the
right.
opportunity attack.
You're right.
Quildrith used the reaction to counterspell, and Vinove
Used his to
opportunity
attack.
attacked. Yep. So both these attacks, the Oathbreaker brings his sword, slam, and brings it right down upon Richard, dealing 31 damage, and then brings it up again and wham, brings it down again and dealing a 31 damage.
So how much damage overall?
62.
62.
So you finally grew a pair.
And then
Not even at half.
Yeah, your hit points are almost exactly what my full hit points are. So
at this point, you hear him say,
I do have to make Constitution checks because Hunter's Mark is
"Yes,
concentration.
concentration checks, please."
Pretty much
So you'll need to make 2,
Mhm.
and you'll need to do
half the
a
damage, right?
6. Hold on, let me 15 and a 16.
Okay, with Warcaster, I do have advantage on this.
Sorry, 2 15s.
Beautiful.
You'll need to make
With,
15 twice.
Just with Warcaster, I have advantage on saving.
Right.
throws.
Go ahead and roll advantage on it.
Also, whose aura is the
that's-
highest for
Hold on.
saving?
You're out of range of mine.
So
Next would
Vinoves-
be Vinove would be +3.
How much? What's the range on that?
Like I said, he's out of range of mine, but he's within Vinove's.
Right. What's the
30 feet
range
of
for
the aura.
Vinoves? Is it
It's-
30 feet?
Yeah, 30 feet. You should be just out.
Or is it 10?
No,
how
the,
do you know
the 10 is for
auras?
my
What
other
are we talking
feature.
about?
It's in your list.
Okay.
Worst
if
case
it's-
scenario, I have.
If it's
If it's-
30, then Quildrith's counts. But if it's only 10 or 20, then it's Vinoves.
Quildris doesn't count because you also have to account for the 15 feet up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. So Vinoves.
Plus
+3.
3 on these. And advantage.
Woohoo!
Nope.
He has advantage.
I have advantage, I have Warcaster.
You
Says
failed
right
it
there.
once.
No, I
No, he
didn't.
didn't.
Oh no, I'm sorry, you're right. My bad. My bad. Go ahead and roll it again for the second time.
I did. I rolled 2.
I see.
The
I
second
see
we only
one
see
popped
one.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why it has on mine. It says 9 and 21.
It'll pop up on necessarily the second. Usually once
Doesn't matter.
it gets
Fuck
picked
it.
up. Oh, there,
There it
goes
goes.
9 and 21. And
There goes.
Okay.
Yeah, you would
The second one was better. I don't give a shit.
So your concentration remains on Hunter's Mark. So after hitting you with these 2 breaks, as I said, you will convert. And again, that blue cord springs out from his gauntlet, and Richard, make a dexterity saving throw.
+3.
+3.
19.
19. I'm pretty sure that makes it, but let me double check. Yep. Okay. So again, you see that cord leap out from his wrist and wrap around you, and just you're able to kind of shirk out of the way before it is able to fully wrap around you.
My devotion's stronger than your fucking spine, boy.
Quildrith, you're up.
Alright, so, being as I am super far away, and I do not have Misty Step, I'm gonna fire my hand crossbow.
Shoot that shit.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and make it 2. Fuck this thing. I'm gonna...
So you reload your crossbow as you reach up and go to fire it. The
Oh,
cord
the
actually
first one?
slips
The first one
over
misfired?
the arrow. Is there a
Useless.
misfire on the crossbow?
Not really.
I was just giving it flavor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, does crossbow have a misfire thing? I don't know. I don't use.
I don't think it generally does.
It could fuck up though. And if it does, that's really gonna hurt.
Yeah, it cannot misfire. It doesn't have a misfire. I mean, you can make a misfire. I don't...
Well, hold on one second here.
DM's discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Discretion.
That's not right. Cruisebow?
Oh yes, the crossbow, yeah?
Ah, yes, the cruisebow. That's a dwarven.
Hey, fire its crossbow at him! I'm sorry, did you say crossbow? No!
Hey.
Okay, Krenzel.
Right. So you level your crossbow at him, and it goes to fire, and the cord actually slips over the bolt, and you kind of you wrestle to get it back, and you get into position, you fire again, and the bolt just kind of goes way off to the right.
Enough of this. I start, and then for my
You have a bonus
action
action remaining.
Bonus action. See, I still think I have an. Oh balls! I think I have to touch somebody for this. 1 second. What's the range? Oh, range is 30 feet. I'll be like, so I will cast Sanctuary on Venove.
Okay.
Alright, and then Venove's like, are you quite done bothering people? I think you are. He's going to attack.
Okay, he might actually hit for once. Unless
I know,
it's
right?
Motherfucker.
Can he, we'll find out if he can parry at 25. I think parry's only good for like a +3.
So you, Venove reaches up, bringing the flame-tongue greatsword down, and wham! It lunges right into the Oathbreaker's armor. Go ahead and roll damage.
So he can dump some normal divine smite.
Yes, yeah, I'm looking for... He doesn't have Divine Smite on his... He has all of the other types of Smite, but not Divine Smite on his character sheet.
Well, his other types of smite might also be bonus. Well, not bonus, but adds.
Yeah, they should be. They're like all Smites are. So I guess he'll use Thunderous Smite? Level 2. And so that'll...
Okay.
And then he has to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet and knocked prone.
Okay.
And he's trying to push him off the roof, but the 10 feet make him fall.
From Thunderous Smite.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So
And then can he attack you? Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I'm reading this.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna use regular smite. Just use the damage and ignore the rest, because I just used that one because it was there. Just use regular divine smite, so we don't even worry about it.
All right.
And then
just because you're controlling another character,
yeah, it's getting
it
all screwed up here. All right, so then another attack.
Because I believe Thunderous Smite needs to be cast beforehand. Just from the first time you hit him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll count the damage, but we won't do the
it'll
the
just
10
be a
feet.
regular smite for him then.
All right, go and roll damage for the Flame Tongue Greatsword. Okay.
Perfect. And then he'll use his Ensnaring Strike, which is part of his oath thing.
All right.
And what the hell? It's not a level 5 smell. Hold on, did you fuck something up?
Yeah, it's TJ.
Ensnaring Smite is not a level 5 spell. Hold on.
Smell. Oh, it smells so good in here. It smells like Sarenrae.
Okay, so it's...
Smells like Sarenrae.
Oh my god, I've been drinking too much. I gotta go to the bathroom again. Well, you figure that out.
La 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 la. Just hold him there, so we can't fly away again.
Yeah, I was debating having my character just like run and tackle, like trip over him. Yeah.
Hop, 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 hop.
I meant to do that.
I already smacked him down once. I can do it again.
Hell yeah.
I figured just send him down off the roof head first. You know, that might do at least some damage.
So, dumb bastard. Ever since he tried to run, it all's gone poorly for him. Can't fly away, can't summon demons.
Tell you what he can do. Get fucked.
Oh. Yes, right in the helmet area.
No, I was gonna say in the ass.
In the asshole, children. Yeah. Okay.
Duh.
Duh.
Okay.
Alright. Perfect. So, basically, he has to make a strength saving throw or vines hold him in place. And he takes 1d6.
So the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this spell ends,
Yeah,
that
that's
tells
a-
me
that's
it would,
another
it would
thing
have
you
to
have to
be
do.
cast beforehand.
Okay, so he'll use his bonus action between his 2 attacks? Like... It's... Sorry, it's confusing with his...
No, I
Stuff is
understand that. What's the spell name? If it can be cast as a bonus action, I'll allow it. What's it called?
It is... Ensnaring Strike. It's part of the Oath of... the fucking... Oath of the Ancients. Oh, that's the wrong character. Fucking...
Is there any detail about whether it can be cast as a bonus action
Yes,
or not?
it can be cast as a bonus action.
Okay, I'll allow it this time. Sorry, just yeah, because
No, yeah, trust
that's
me.
not
I've
your
tried.
character, but no, I get it. So
Okay, so it'll use his bonus action though, so that'll
and he doesn't need a bonus action for that second strike.
No, he hits two attacks.
Okay.
Per attack action.
Next time you hit a creature with
So,
so we'll say
just a strength save and throw. It's a DC 18.
okay.
What's going on?
So he makes it.
Perfect.
So Vinove brings his great sword, flame tongue great sword down, and wham! And you see it hit once again, and almost bringing this Oathbreaker down to his knees. And these vines almost reach out from the blade, begin to encroach upon him and ensnare him, and then he just and just the vines come off him and shatter away. So that's Vinove's.
Yep, that's it for me.
Okay, Zenevieve. Before Zenevieve's action, you see him once again. He brings his gauntleted hand forward and clenches his fist, and this dark energy again
And
builds.
Vinove is going to use Counter Charm.
Charm?
Counter charm.
It's basically a counter spell, but it's a bard version. That's not what Counter Charm
That's-
is. Hold on, TJ fucked it up. One second.
Yeah, I was about to say.
God damn it.
TJ fucked up a lot of things.
Apparently. Yeah, because Counter Charm is what fucking won Vox Machina like everything.
Yeah, that saved their ass, didn't it?
Oh, for fuck's sake. 1 second.
If he has counter charm, this would not work. If he had
yeah,
counter
let me-
spell, it would work.
Does he use which? Oh, hold on, let me see which one he got.
Gosh dang it!
Oh, that's
Come on,
No,
D&D
it's-
Beyond.
So it is Counter
What?
Charm. He did it right. I apologize.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not gonna stop
So
it. Cool.
I'll use Counter Spell using my last second level spell.
I believe you already used your reaction.
Just went.
He just went. I think you actually have to wait for him to pop it though.
That's true. I guess, but he's prepping it. I can't counter the prep. So
No, you can go ahead and cast Counterspell because it's...
Okay.
The NPC sheet is weird.
yes, it is.
It gives
Well,
a
so's
very,
TJ's, so I mean,
it gives a very baseline thing, and then I had to look it up in the other. So what? Oh, shit. Okay.
And then plus 4, so it's 20.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So again, the Oathbreaker brings his fist forward and brings this dark energy, and it focuses on a single point. And before it can come into a crystalline point, it disappears.
You have been left alone. You are abandoned. Allow us to pick you up.
You can't speak because you already used your reaction. Zenevieve.
This is a free action speaking. Come on.
so you were kind
I'm
of on
not
your turn, dude.
doing anything.
Zenevieve,
Alright,
you're up.
I'm going to
You are
get up
prone.
and climb.
So that's
Again.
half your movement. All right. Oh, so close. So close. So you
Don't
get
I
to the
get to roll?
Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check because this
Isn't it
roll,
acrobatics or?
or sorry, acrobatics. This roll was just for your eye.
Oh shit. Okay. Well.
Did she do a perception? Oh, I don't know.
Ah!
Oh, fuck.
Fuck!
So you get up and you're like, I got this. Ugh, your eye actually focuses and you realize, yeah, I know where that ledge is, and you reach up to grab it again and wham! You take. Come on, go away.
No, I will not.
Why is this doing this?
You know why?
5 bludgeoning damage. Sorry, no, that's not right. You take 1 bludgeoning damage from falling.
And she said she was unlucky.
I guess does that? No, it doesn't.
Do I have anything
And that,
left? Here, no. I
that's-
do still have movement, don't I?
Nope, your movement's. Well, you
Because
can
half of my
stand-
movement.
You used your half your movement to stand up, and then you use your half a movement to start your climb, and then when you reached the top, you fell.
Okay, but
So
it
you
doesn't
have-
count that I have the boots of speed.
That's true.
You have a boot. You have boots of speed, so you have 30 feet of movement left.
Okay, so
No, hold on 1 second. You
Yeah,
stood up.
Gotcha.
That moves half of.
She has to stand up again, so she has 15 again.
yeah.
So you have 15.
Which would be enough to climb again, supposedly.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make an acrobatics check to climb again,
yeah, I'm gonna try it again.
4th time is the charm.
Oh,
I
shit!
think this is only 3rd.
God damn it!
You don't hurt
You-
yourself.
Begin to start to climb, and you're just not finding the purchase that you did a second ago. You don't fall prone, but you don't actually make any headway either. So that is your
Sit on your
movement.
ass!
They hear an elf cursing in so many languages it becomes stunning, and she's also speaking in devil tongue now too. She's so mad. If she was a barbarian, she'd be raging. Fucking useless for this fight. Alright, go with somebody else.
I mean, you have an action and a bonus action.
I do not! I fell again. There's nothing I can do.
Well, don't you have Misty Step still? Or is it just a one?
I can only use that once a day.
Okay.
I mean...
She has it as a
Feature.
not
Yeah.
race feature, not a.
Yeah.
Let's do, I still have an action?
Yes,
And a bonus action, technically.
and a bonus action. You just you used up all of your movement trying to climb.
Okay, so I'm going to cast... this dude.
Guardian of Faith.
And I'm gonna
Shit.
set him right to the right of, Demon Boy.
Damn.
He's gonna be right next to Richard.
So you cannot see that spot.
Hmm.
Because it's on top of a building that you're right
Okay,
next
Here's
to.
a question: can she see right here because it floats? She can technically put it in air.
You can see. I would say that.
Is the roof actually comes out?
Yes. There's a slight awning.
Sorry,
So,
the Guardian
just-
of Faith has 10 range.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
A creature
Well,
hostile, it moves to a space within 10.
There is height.
Yeah, she's cast range at 30 feet. So
So it can be street level here,
yeah, and then 10 feet in the air.
Like-
and
Well,
then
it could
another
go right
5 feet in
here.
the air. Yeah,
If she could,
you could
if
put
she
it.
could see right here, she could put it
Yeah.
10 feet in the air, and then it's
Okay, so you put it there, and it's 10 feet in the air, and it is barely at the edge of the roof.
Okay.
Does he attack instantly or?
Um,
Uh,
so we just need it to move just a little bit, and then it causes
Hold on,
damage.
oh, okay.
1 second here.
Or is it moves in or starts its turn in? I'm not sure.
Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much damage on. So he hasn't moved there. So I will say that if he moves anywhere in this direction, you will take damage. That makes
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Just because of the lip and the height, it's
Yeah, that's fine.
right there. But that does limit his movement if he realizes what's going on.
Oh fuck! I forgot the movement always. Oh well, could have been a bonus action.
Okay.
Richard, you're up.
Oh, I
I'm
actually
sorry.
don't take any damage for falling because I have the Ring of Feather falling.
You have the Ring of Featherfall.
Nice.
Good call. You
caught
actually
that.
also have a bonus action still.
The Ring of Good Fall. Oh yeah. 'Cause,
So-
would she have movement back since she didn't go prone with Featherfall?
Technically,
So she'd still have 30 feet. I don't know.
it'd be 15 left.
Wouldn't it be double because she's hasted?
God, no. Hold
We already
on a
did
second
that.
here.
Okay.
D&D Beyond is being very uncooperative.
It's being a little too far. It's being a little too beyond and not enough.
Let's just. God damn it,
Welcome to DMing, bruh.
dude. Fuck you, Forbidden. God damn it.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, let us all.
The spell for Featherfall.
The Ring of Feather falling. When you fall while wearing this ring, you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling. There's no action.
And there's the
You take
spell.
no damage from falling, but you still fall prone.
She was falling like this. Ah, son of a bitch.
Yep, pretty much.
That's fair.
Alright, get up, dragon!
Skip to other people who can actually hit this dude.
Okay,
That's why
Richard,
it went
you're
to
up.
me.
I was gonna say, so Richard.
Alright, go and roll damage for both.
I'm gonna roll both on the one that did not have a crit in it because bullshit.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Technology.
Here's 2d6 for both
And
Nice.
And
you can apply that to any hit, right? It's not
Yep.
once per turn.
Mhm.
any hit. Check that real quick with a. That's not what I wanted. There. Choose a creature you can see within range and missile market. Suspends. You deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit weapon attack.
Oh, perfect. So those were for the Hunter's Mark. So a total of...
Nope, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
And I'm doing two level divine smites, so that is 48 in total. Hitting that boy in the fucking skull.
Damn!
9.
$41.
Okay, so
Jesus.
Richard
Yep, 41.
brings his quarterstaff and kind of brings it back in a half-cocked manner, and then just jabs it once and twice. And the first jab actually lands up underneath his helmet, and you hear this grotesque sound coming from the Oathbreaker. And the second one jams up again in almost the same exact spot, dealing damage to him. And you just see this blood start to fall and curdle underneath his helmet. The radiant damage almost glowing from where it impacted on him.
By the way, I have a bonus attack.
He is starting to look rough.
What other weapon? I don't think 60.
So Richard once jabs, twice jabs, and then brings it across, and then you see the Oathbreaker bring his hand up and just blocks it.
Are you having fun yet, you little bitch?
Yes, you are quite small.
Does that end your turn?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you see all this blood pooling from out underneath this this helm. The Oathbreaker starting to look pretty rough, and you just see this dark aura start to expand around him. Shit.
I don't think Mike was expecting this guy to get hit this hard so fast.
I was not, but that's okay.
That's part of the fun. Because now we got his bone devil.
Glad I didn't hit with that. I had one more divine smite I was gonna do.
So this dark energy surrounds the Oathbreaker and focuses on a single point. And you see, where are you? You see it focus into this dark mass, and as it focals into a single point, it expands, and you see this human-sized shape with wings flushed out. And this woman appears directly behind Richard.
Would you want us to kill your friends too? An odd choice.
Alright. Sorry, hold on one second here. There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Wah.
Aaron, yes.
So we're gonna turn that into a 21.
Turn order is blank for me.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
only
it's
see
empty
that.
for us.
What's that?
We don't have the turn order.
Yeah, we only
Okay.
we're only just shown her now. So
As long as the
That's
team-
fine. It's on mine. So,
beautiful.
say again.
Is it beautiful?
Okay. So the aura expands around the Oathbreaker and focuses into the single point. You see this female form appear directly behind Richard. And at that point, the Oathbreaker is going to turn towards Richard and again attack with his great sword. So 25. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 25 and 23.
Yeah, that was what hit.
Okay. So,
The boy
20...
got hurt because he couldn't counter before.
Say again?
Let's see. We're gonna cutting words. We have one left in us. The 23.
Okay. Go and roll it.
19.
So that drops it down to 19. Richard, what's your AC?
19 is my AC.
Okay, so it meets it. So the Oathbreaker brings it up, and the first attack with this great sword, wham, brings it down upon you, and you almost fall to your knees just because the sheer force behind it. And then he brings it up again, and who was doing cutting words?
Vinove, he's the only one who can.
So he goes to bring it up again, and you hear Vinove say,
Your mother's. Oh, how does it go?
and then as Vinove stumbles to find it, the Oathbreaker finds himself not truly distracted. The wham brings his greatsword down upon
Oh,
Richard
that
on
was
the
it.
other side. So
Just
you
a
suffer
bloody smile.
26 and 32 damage for a total of.
I already did it.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Just a bloody smile at the boy.
And then he's going to use his movement
To get whacked again.
to fly in this direction. Hold on 1 second here. Let me make sure my distance is correct.
I just want to see if he
Is
gets
he
hit
going
seriously.
north, east, south, or west?
Yeah.
He's going southeast.
Oh, that
Realizing,
means
realizing
going-
that he couldn't
If he
go
moves,
that
he's taking
direction.
that strike from the Guardian anyway.
Yeah, the Guardian's getting him for 20.
No, they wouldn't. He just used his
He-
reaction.
Oh, that's fair.
He has to
enough.
Yeah, so
succeed
Vinova's
on a
already
deck
used his
save.
reaction.
Doesn't matter. He ain't moving. That bitch ain't moving nowhere. Fuck that boy.
Well, he doesn't move. Go and roll damage.
Fuck that boy. You hit for 18.
Damn.
So I guess I don't get to hit him with the
Wait.
Guardian, do I?
But wait, there's
No,
more.
because he doesn't get that far.
Hold on. I also have to roll 2 con saves real quick to see if Hunter's Mark was still.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's what?
Thank
26.
you.
Oh, half of that is 13, and then plus 3.
So you need a 13 and a 16.
I have advantage,
So-
so that's fine.
Yep, you're good.
So now I got to do an extra D6 on that boy.
Go for it. Damn, son.
Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh. I ain't done yet. Hold on.
How many spell slots do you have left for that Divine Smite?
It only has to be. It has to start at level 1.
Okay.
So,
Jesus.
So, this when you hit with a melee weapon attack. That opportunity is a melee weapon, I believe.
mhm.
So this one's just gonna be a little level 1 boy, though. 1 boy. Just another. I don't. You didn't. Just pat. Just get him with that pat. Just hit him with that pat.
The look on your face, Tommy's
God
priceless.
damn it.
25 damage in total.
Goddamn all pally parties, man.
You told us.
No. It's
He was
great
counting
because
on everybody being like me, not knowing what the hell they're doing.
So it's great because it's helping me adjust the big bad. So that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. Thank you.
How are you?
How are you?
At least once per session.
Okay.
Hit him with that.
Little bit
All
of that.
right. So you give him a little bit of a as he tries to get away, and you just see even
That
more
smoke made it all the way
just
over
start
here.
pouring
Sorry.
out from under his helm. Quildrith, you're up.
Yeah. Alright, well, fuck this thing. I toss my crossbow to the ground and I reach for my daggers. I'm gonna throw some daggers. Dagger. Jesus Christ. Fucking dagger.
Technically, only get disadvantage.
Ah! What's that?
Twice.
No, it doesn't matter. Is it?
Say again.
I get
The
disadvantage.
range on his dagger throws are 20, 60. He's outside of 20 feet
Yeah.
because of the height.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter because you missed them all on your straight throw anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Technically, I mean,
Yeah,
if
because
it's
the
one
height.
straight line, even from the ground up, it would still kind of be.
I would have put that at about 25, 30 feet. So yeah. So you throw these 3 daggers and they
Tunk,
just.
tunk, tunk.
Richard, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Shouldn't it just be an attack against me? Like an additional?
No, because it wasn't intended for you, and it is a.
I understand. I'm
crit
just
fail.
heavily armored, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's-
No, I understand that. So you throw these 3 daggers, and they fly towards the Oathbreaker, and they just kind of disappear beyond your sight. Richard, having kind of thwacked the shit out of this Oathbreaker, you're not expecting it, and all of a sudden this dagger just slightly impacts you, and you take two piercing damage.
Stupid son of a bitch!
That's it. And Vinove is going to attack.
Nope. So at this point, the Aaron Yes comes up,
Okay.
and she is going to make 3 attacks against Richard.
Nope, yep.
So 25,
2.
16, and 25.
2 of them.
I don't know why those are not.
You have to click the long sword. If it's weird if they have like a specific sword or something. So if you click the word, there you go.
By the way, I'm going down, boys.
Jesus Christ.
So you take
It says I'm down.
You're
24.
down? Why didn't you let us know? I didn't even know you were low.
Uh,
I
so-
said I had a bloody smile this last round.
So before you go down, 24 damage on your first one. Does that send you down?
No,
Okay. And then
that would bring me to 2 hit points.
Jesus. Okay. All right. Damn, so close. That was almost an auto fail. All right. So
I know.
the Aaron Yes that just appeared draws this longsword, and you see her almost instantaneously, and the first attack hits, and it draws this bloody spurt out from the back of Richard, and the second one gleams off his armor, and the third one, as she brings it up, catches almost right underneath his neck, and you see Richard just fall limp on the side of the roof.
Well, that's not good.
Vinove, you're up.
Vinove is going to pivot, staying within 5 feet. He's going to use his action to dump his 40 hit points of lay on hands into Richard.
Okay, so Richard, you are conscious but prone.
Welcome back.
That's cool.
Yes, it is.
Remember, you have a spiritual weapon that you can hit.
Yes, yes. Let's bring that into play. So he pulls the spiritual weapon the rest of the way to attack the thing, and then he's gonna kind of
Okay,
like.
where do you want it to go? Where
I
do you want
can't-
the spiritual weapon to go?
let's
No,
put
I
it-
know, but where do you?
I can't move
Right
it.
here?
Yeah. So we'll put it right
Okay.
there for now. And there. Actually, now let's put it here. If it can get there. I don't know how much movement it has left. Cause it only has 20.
I'll let it get there.
Okay, and then he's gonna kind of like try to like for flavor wise, he kind of takes like a more defensive position over.
So
over
lay
Richard.
on hands, is that an action or a bonus action?
It's
Action.
an action.
Okay. So his bonus action, he commands the sword to move. Does it move in attack? I've already
Yes.
forgotten.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an attack with a spiritual weapon.
So spiritual. It's magical.
Oof. Go ahead and roll damage for that shit. Damn. Okay. Let's see here. Oh shit.
Did that boy just die?
Dude, spiritual weapon would
Almost.
be so fucking cool. Oh, look at that.
So
I mean, it only
Vinove
took us
runs
2.5
over
hours.
and drops down, and you see his hands begin to glow as this holy aura pulls into Richard, and all of a sudden his eyes open, and a more determined and intentional breath finds itself in his chest, and Vinove reaches over, move up and attack, and the spiritual weapon, this glowing scimitar, moves up onto the roof next to Richard, almost in a defensive position, and slashes once towards the Oathbreaker, causing damage. And not expecting it, the Oathbreaker is just heavily bloodied by this attack. Zenevieve, you're up. That one.
I'm gonna try to climb.
You got this. You got this.
Watch, she'll crit it, and then I have to roll unlucky.
And I fall, and I'm gonna climb again.
Let him
Hold on a
fucking
second.
say whether you fall or not!
It's only a
dick.
10-foot climb onto a roof. It's not like you're trying
Yeah.
to like scale some shit.
Yeah.
So you reach up there, and you now have 30 feet of movement left hasted.
Okay.
Get near that boy.
Oh,
Kill
hold
I
on a
him.
second.
rung up.
Your blade.
Hold on, you were prone, correct?
No, she wasn't
No.
prone because she
The second
she
time
fell
she didn't
prone,
fall
then
You're
she
right.
stood up. Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
The floating to be prone
Okay,
is
you're
just
good.
gold in my mind. Just
Okay, and
No.
Speed.
Should have learned from fucking Vaxeldon, dude. Never give
Oh,
people
shit.
moves of speed.
Dagger, dagger, dagger. Action, action, bonus action. Disengage.
Don't worry, she can't hit anything.
So
wait, don't I
Xenovive-
have a plus anything being around you guys?
Nope,
Not
not
to
for
attack.
attacks.
Not for attacks. So Genevieve, finally figuring out how to exactly climb this roof, reaches up and clambers up and reaches, gets to the roof, seeing the Oathbreaker bleeding and bloodied and bludgeoned everywhere, sprints up and attacks, and you just hear ching, ching, ching.
I have
as
one
her
more.
attacks gleam off his armor.
Okay, I got a bonus.
Go for it.
I'm gonna grab him by the chest and yank us both backwards off the roof.
Um.
I think that has to be a full action.
yeah, because
Yeah, a grapple
Because that's
is
going to be a
full
contested
action.
check.
Yeah, a grapple's a full action. So you have a bonus action remaining.
As I get a death stare.
Stab him in
Do
the
anything.
face.
I can't do anything.
You can,
Fuck,
you
I'm
won't.
Don't you have
Put in
that
with the
third
rapier.
one?
Then don't you have? Yeah.
And I'm using smite.
Yep.
At what level?
What's my highest level? I'm fucking done.
I wouldn't do that. He's close to dead. I would just use like a third, because you have a bunch of thirds.
Yeah, I'm doing level 3.
All right, roll damage and roll your smite.
So just click the rapier damage.
And then click Divine Smite.
No, go here.
Okay.
And do D8 3.
23.
Damn. Okay. All right. So Genevieve runs up, and you hear ting ting, and then she just enough of it. She thrusts her rapier in, and it finds flesh underneath the armor, and it just bursts out with this radiant energy. And the Oathbreaker stands, bloodied but unbroken.
Okay.
Richard, you're up.
Get the enemies.
Yeah. No,
I'm gonna roll the damage on this to see if it kills him and if I need to switch targets for this.
So you need to Okay.
I will use half my
So,
movement to stand
did
up.
you-
Yes.
Okay, so you stood.
And then I swing at him, and if this kills him, I will turn and swing at her.
Well, if you
Okay.
kill him, any summoned creatures go away.
Go
if
ahead
she's a summoned
and
creature and not just ported in help.
True.
There's a
roll
difference.
damage.
Hunter's mark is gone, by the way.
Yes.
One more. No, I'm doing it. One more level 1 anyways. Fuck him.
Okay. Damn you guys. Okay. So Richard wham brings his actually
Move so fair, guys.
I'm at 40. I'm fine. I'm lucid.
okay. So you bring your quarterstaff down to hit, and all of a sudden this great blade comes up and blocks your quarterstaff.
Well, if I knew it was going to block, I would not have done Divine Smite. but-
Well, you wouldn't even have the
Well,
chance.
no, you're fine. You don't. I won't count that divine smite because that attack was parried.
How about the 18? Does 18 hit?
It doesn't. So the first attack was parried, and as this great sword swings across in this great arc, you go to do another jab, and it just glances off its armor.
And the butt does nothing.
And again, you go to swing with the rear end of your quarterstaff, and it finds nothing but air as the Oathbreaker leans back. All right.
Bonus action. I still have a bonus action.
Bonus action, sir.
Just seeing if I have anything left. That's fine. I do not.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Moving on.
All right.
Then the Guardian of Faith at the beginning of his turn.
No. Nothing
No.
moved.
Yeah, the Oathbreaker is still where he is. So the Oathbreaker, it is his turn. So he's going to see Richard there bleeding profusely, having just risen up.
And just a grin on my fucking face.
Just pretty much the only one really doing damage against him. He's going to do another greatsword attack at advantage. 27. So you take
I'm alive.
20 damage. And he's going to do it again.
I'm no longer. I am down.
Okay. Actually, you know what? No. So the second attack is at a 13.
It's not at advantage?
It's not at advantage anymore.
Then I don't get fucking hit by that bitch.
So the first attack comes down and wham, lands squarely down on Richard, dealing a considerable amount of damage. And you hear the Oathbreaker, just stay down! And it goes to bring his sword again and wham, and lands squarely into the roof, not even coming close to Richard.
Fuck you, bitch.
And then he is going to, with his bonus action, reach out and point squarely at Richard. And I need a DC saving throw.
DC.
What saving throw?
Or sorry, a dexterity saving throw. My bad.
It's poor.
Ooh, it is very poor. So he reaches out, and that blue cord wrapped around his gauntlet flies out and wraps around Richard. You are restrained.
That's fine.
As he reaches out, convert or die!
I'll die.
And this rope wraps around Richard, restraining him. And that is the end of his turn. Quildrith, you are up.
Alright, so I'm going to... So, just asking before I try to calculate it out, is there any way I could get within 10 feet of Richard? If I ran and, like, press my back up against... or
Is your movement
No.
30 feet?
Yeah.
You'd have to climb.
I know, but I only have to be within 10 feet of you. Like, if I can get in the building and under you, if it's only 10 feet up.
There's no door on that side.
Or if I could stand on, like, a windowsill or something. Or
So the door is here. Let me take a look here. To move.
Oh, wait a minute. I can dash as a bonus action. Rogue.
There you go.
Alright, so I'm guessing I'll have to
If you were to dash, you can get on top of the roof and still have another 10 feet of movement. Unless you had second story work as a rogue.
I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. Rogue.
Ah! Sorry.
I do not.
Okay.
So
You can you could get up to this point. Hold on, sorry, it's not. You can get up here and still have 10 feet of movement.
perfect. So I'll go ahead and try that. I'm guessing I have to make a acrobatics.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Shit.
So you run across the street, figuring, oh no, I've got to help Richard. And as you begin to climb this building that is already crumbling and falling apart, you reach up, and as you're about to reach the roof, you go for a handhold, and it just gives way, and you fall.
Fucking bullshit.
And you suffer.
Yeah.
Keep it torn under. Get out of the way. 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And then you said so. I still have 10 feet. Can I just try to crawl halfway up? Just get to the hole I made.
Make another acrobatics check. So you clamber up, and you get about halfway up the wall before the end of your turn, and
Math.
you're unsure if you have reached the 10 feet required for your ability for
I'll
what is it,
use-
Guardian of Faith?
I'll use my action to keep climbing.
Okay, go for it. That's another what, 30 feet?
Mhm.
No, we'll keep the same acrobatics check.
Oh, okay.
So you get to the top, but that is your action and your bonus action. You have
15 more feet, or I was halfway up, so
you were halfway up. You have 30 feet. Another 15 feet of movement.
and so I'll go over here.
20 feet. 20 feet of movement.
Okay, so I'll go over here, and that's gonna be the entirety. That's all I can do. That's action, bonus action.
Okay.
Alright.
And at that, Aaron Yes is up, and
Aaron, no.
she's
My
gonna.
spine!
Aaron, yes. Aaron, no.
Aaron, no. Why did everything just go blank? There it goes. All right. So seeing Richard restrained, she's going to make an attack at advantage.
Oh, no.
Does that
Meets.
hit?
Meets.
It meets. So you see the Aaron Yes reach out with this longsword, and it cuts and lands. This blood splattering out, and you take 11 slashing and 11 poison damage.
Use my reaction to take that damage for him.
Okay,
Ah!
so
That boy!
you instead take the 22 points of damage.
I take 22 points of damage. Yep.
1 second here.
I got you, Richard. No worries. Ah,
I'm going to still fucking die here today, aren't I?
hopefully not.
At least one more time, most likely. I could be brought back. But
Do the thing.
probably just gonna see a bunch of black in a second.
What's your AC, Quildrith?
My AC is
Yes.
18.
Okay, and your health points?
I was at 88
Out of how many?
out of 96.
Okay. And that was
97.
before the strike?
97. Yeah, so it was 88 before the strike, and now I'm down to 66.
Damn it.
What?
Hold on.
Had something fun to do.
97. And you're at 66 now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Roll20's being weird about your
My tokens are all
token. Okay. So the Aaron Yes strikes down once and expecting to see blood come from Richard, and instead, actually, you know what?
I don't think that's a spell,
Um,
anyways.
It's not. It's just a reaction.
No. Well, I was just rolling a basic perception
Oh,
check.
basically, she could figure it out.
Yeah, so she strikes once down at Richard, and feeling confident that this has finished him off, now turns towards Quildrith.
Yeah. You've got another in you. Kind of like.
and
Phrasing.
going to make 2 longsword attacks against you. Oof.
So she gets 3
So
attacks?
18 doesn't hit. Yes,
She gets 3.
she gets 3. So crit.
Question:
Yes,
since Dude Bro didn't move, I still have a reaction, right?
you're restrained.
So
Do I have a reaction and restraint?
Depends on your reaction. What do you think it
he
was?
can't move post part of it, but he can attack.
Yeah, no, it'd just be an attack.
Against who?
Whoever's
I'll show
attacking.
you.
So
The
it's
air-
a sentinel, so we'd attack the Aaron, yes. As many
Oh, okay.
times as she attacks me.
When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack.
I guess, yeah, because he gets it as many as he can.
Well, you're not getting an opportunity attack from that, are you?
He is, yeah.
Hold on. When a creature within 5 feet makes an attack against. Oh,
Yep.
Didn't you use your reaction
He just
to
went.
contain the Oathbreaker? Did you not? Because
No?
you went. Hold
The
on. you
Oathbreaker didn't
went-
move.
He didn't move.
Did he?
No.
No, he didn't. Did he not move?
Mm-mm.
No, he did not move.
Else we would have attacked him earlier. In case you got 3 people around and waiting for opportunity attacks.
That is a fair point. Okay.
Also, the Guardian of Faith, once he moved, it would have
Mhm.
actually triggered
Yeah.
it.
When a creature within 5 of you may. Okay, so go ahead and make an attack at disadvantage.
What? Second, I don't think it gives me.
That shouldn't get restrained. Would
Yes,
give him
yes, it does.
It does. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't matter.
I'm
Still,
double
it
checking
does.
now.
It does. Doesn't hit. But I tried.
Yeah. What's her
Yeah,
AC?
you have disadvantage.
Didn't
Yeah, you
hit,
miss
but I
it.
tried.
How many times can you use
So-
Sentinel? Oh,
you-
God, sorry.
One
It's
reaction.
a reaction.
Nice.
It's a reaction. So you're trying to jab your
Yeah,
quarterstaff
yeah.
out, and it doesn't quite make purchase. So, Quildrith, you take
44.
21 points of slashing damage. Sorry, no. 20 points of slashing damage and
24 points of poison
24
damage.
points of poison damage.
So,
So 48 points of damage.
oh jeez. I'm looking pretty rough, guys. I got an 18.
I'm looking rough too.
Agreed.
Nove,
Oh, whoops, sorry.
you are up.
I forgot my temporary hit points. I'm at 36.
I'm looking rougher than you.
Well, I guess we should finish this. Yes. And then he's gonna attack with his flame tongue greatsword.
Who's he attacking?
He's attacking the bad big Oathbreaker.
Dude, bro.
The Oathbreaker. Okay.
Homero.
So he brings his great sword down, and the Oathbreaker is just able to parry it, not parry it away, but block it away.
Okay. And then he's gonna attack again.
All right, roll damage.
Perfect.
All right.
Does he want to put some Divine Smite into that?
Boy, howdy. Yeah, he's gonna use a level. Let's do a level 2 Divine Smite, so it's 2d8.
Okay.
So 31 points of damage.
All right. Jesus. Fucking Divine Smite, man. All right. Vinove, after bringing the greatsword down once, brings it up again and goes to jab it forward. How would he like to do this?
Vinove is going to stab directly into his chest with a giant greatsword. He's gonna stare him in the eyes and be like, "I told you I didn't care which," and then pull the greatsword up, cleaving him in two.
Okay, so Vinove jams the flame tongue greatsword forward, and it pierces the Oathbreaker directly through the chest. And Vinove, after speaking, goes to lift it up, and you see the Oathbreaker actually come up, not splitting in two, and he reaches out and he grabs Vinove by the armor and he pulls him in. And you hear and Vinove hears the Oathbreaker say, "Don't you understand? She sent the Lich." And then as Vinove brings the sword up in one more heave, the Oathbreaker comes off and falls and drops, and then wham! Falls onto the street below.
Big question.
Apparently,
Yes.
there's
Does the Guardian of Faith slash at his corpse?
The Guardian of the Faith does slash at his corpse, and you see his foot at about the mid-shin level actually comes completely off and goes flying in some odd direction.
then
And then with that slam down on the ground, you hear this horrible screech as the Aaron Yes that was once there disappears in a cloud of fiery smoke.
apparently there's a lich coming, and we should probably not be here when it gets here. If we don't have time to lick our wounds. You okay, Richard? He kind of helps you up.
I touch my own face and just.
The rope that was around you also just grows slack.
I jump off the roof
Should we
That's-
onto the
rope.
dude, and
Hold on
I
one-
just start hacking him.
Hold on 1 second here. I'm sorry. It's the wrong music, and I'm ruining. Okay. Roll a acrobatics check.
Nice.
So you go to jump down, and as you go to jump down, kind of misjudge the gap, and you slip, and you take.
Featherfall.
Nothing.
Yep, featherfall.
Okay, you take no damage, but kind of land on your ass.
I start cursing. I get back up, and I just start hacking away at him. Motherfucker.
Should we take this rope, and B, hold on a second. And Richard just like touches his own face like he's just tired as shit and dumps all 70 points of his lay on hands into himself.
Oh,
Jesus, you have 70 points of lay on hands?
Oh,
That
yeah, dude.
feels fucking amazing!
I would. That's
You
a
are
good
literally
idea.
the meme of the guy.
Not a
That
bad
was
idea.
Go ahead and add those 70 points and take them out of your lay on hands.
I already did!
And then, that's not a bad idea. I kind of poke where I got fucking super stabbed, and then
Okay.
heal up for the 24 left in me.
Go ahead and add it to your HP and take it out of your lay on hands pool.
Your paladins have all the lay on hands, bro.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna rip off his helmet to see if I can get a look at who the fuck was under it.
Alright, make a strength check.
I'm also gonna.
My titties feel amazing.
Vanova is gonna get to the edge since he's nearly as tall as the house, and he's gonna just
So you go to rip his helmet off and you're just like, and you can be.
pinch your.
Ow!
Alright,
You take
Grab-
5 points of slashing damage because apparently the edge of his helmet is fucking sharp.
Jesus
I
Christ.
grab the rope and then I climb down this.
Sorry, make that 4. That was supposed to be 1d4 damage.
I reach out for my hand for the rope. Should we put it in the haversack? That way it's.
No, don't let it touch shit.
Well, no, different plane and all, in case there's some sort of signaling. He seemed to use
That
it to
thing has
summon.
weird pockets, right? Does it have an empty pocket?
Yes, yeah. I pop open the left pocket, which doesn't have anything in it,
We'll put it in that pocket. Okay.
but is secured in its own pocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
So he's gonna be on the map, but he's dead.
Okay.
But
Well,
he's
Okay.
I'm gonna climb down.
yeah,
See-
same.
On top of him.
I'm gonna go over.
Carefully climb down.
Same.
On top of him.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Richard, make an acrobatics check.
I said carefully.
Yeah, that's-
I know. I'm taking it into account for the DC.
heard of taking
Poor
20?
as shit.
Coldrith. Coldrith is able to climb down
Vinove.
with ease as
Vanova's just
Richard-
tall enough. He just hops down.
Vinove literally just kind of like lays down on the roof, reaches the legs down, and just steps. Richard, you kind of slip and fall. And
Can we try to catch him? Since he's so tired, and we know.
make a dexterity saving throw. Make a dexterity check.
Or sorry, that's saving. Dexterity check. And
That's
then-
alright. What's your dexterity bonus?
Oh, for Vinove's his dex is a +1.
Okay. So as Richard begins to slip off the roof, Vinove actually just kind of catches him.
Thank you.
Careful there,
Thank you.
friend.
I'm fucking exhausted.
You've done good work today. Alright, so we should stop her stabbing this thing. This is unnecessary.
I go to rip off
Can't
the helmet
do
myself.
anything right.
And I'm gonna grab it by like the horns and not.
I make
the
sure I
stupid
don't hit him
underside.
while I'm like in my rage.
You need to calm down. It's dead.
It's not dead enough, and I have blood all over me now.
Your hands are actually become a little slick with the blood.
Can I rip that helmet off by the horns?
Make a strength check.
Only it was at advantage.
I mean, it is
So
a
you
lifeless
you
creature.
you begin to pull it off, and it kind of gets stuck, and you kind of wiggle it, and then
Vinove.
eventually it takes a
yes.
moment, and it comes off,
Okay, oh, never mind.
and
Oh.
you hear Vinove go, Hmm.
Do you know this abhorrent abomination of heresy?
Vinove kind of looks down at him, and you see before you a human. His face is scarred, and his hair is gray. His eyes are lined with wrinkles, and he appears to be a man that has seen many battles over many years. But he is definitively human. And Vinove just kind of stares at him
Last
with this
face-
puzzled look on his face.
Last face I expected to see.
What did he say to you?
Hmm? Oh no, it's...
Well, and Vinove just kind of sits there staring at him, not really. Sorry, I'm gonna wrestle him away from.
Oh, it's
away
okay.
from
I know.
you.
I do know this part of the backstory. For the record.
He just kind of looks at him.
He's not here.
And he just looks at him inquisitively, not really saying anything.
Novik, could you just tell us what the fuck is going on?
I don't know, but he seems familiar.
Alright, can we drag his ass inside, please?
I'm off.
Yes, it is
Exposed.
probably wise.
Shove away from him, and then I look at everybody else.
Are you guys
The
gonna
one
bring him
thing
to
I
the same
can't-
building you were in?
Yeah. The one
Yeah,
that
because
opened.
it's already unlocked.
Okay.
It also saves you from having to pull up a different map.
Thank you.
You're right. We should go into another building.
Because I built the shit out of this map.
I mean, unless
Just
you
for a
want to go
battle
into
that
a different one.
Even going to take place in it.
Hey, everything's fine.
Wait, Vinove, should I revivify? It's probably too late.
No.
Actually.
No, no, for the love of all that is fucking holy. Not.
Okay, make sure your guys' tokens are at the right hit points.
I stand up. I'm breathing hard. I think I made a mess out of him anyway.
Yeah.
So-
you certainly did.
Richard, as this is going on, and you had this feeling before when you were blessing the water, this temple's familiar.
Shit. How familiar.
Roll a history check.
Oh, they're doing that. I'm looking at the people who
Possibly
are
decent.
injured.
Ish.
Say again?
I'm looking at the people who are injured while he's doing that.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I would be one of
Wipe.
the injured.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
just gonna, I'm gonna wipe blood from onto my chainmail. All right, and I clap my hands together and it makes a wet sound, and then I
Ooh.
lay on hands.
Okay.
So who am I healing for what?
I need 37.
Heal him.
Okay, so 37 for him. That leaves me with 29.
Keep it.
Are you sure? What are you
Oh.
sitting at?
91 out of 144. Keep it. Keep it.
Oh,
Alright.
actually,
Don't know-
I have a,
Don't know what the fuck's coming up.
Actually, I have a free cure wounds. I pull up my prayer beads and hold up one of the beads.
Okay, I'll take that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Go ahead and
free,
mark off
yes.
Your
Answer's
cure
free.
wounds beat for the day.
Yep, I'm trying to remember what level the beads casted out. 1 second.
Oh, God, was it second level?
I want to say second level, but I also want to fuck it up.
I want to get more out of it.
No, it's only first level. First level.
First level, okay. No, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, greater restoration, or lesser restoration is it second, greater is fifth.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm good.
Actually, now that I have these out, would you like me to... Or no, we already tried that, right?
We're all fine.
How are you?
I go
So-
back to sifting through the body and just
You see Quodrith pull out from beneath his armor this ornate necklace of almost blue sapphire beads but they are more stone than gem. And as he rifles through them, you see him close his eyes, and one stops. And he pushes it forward, and it begins to glow. And as it glows, this energy comes forth and goes into his hands, and he reaches out with his hands, and he touches Richard and passes on Cure Wounds.
Also, while we're here, just in case we need a quick escape with all of our drained resources, would anybody like me to use one of our windwalks? We have 2 for the day. And it lasts 8 hours.
Windwalk?
Windwalk. You become a gaseous cloud. Still yourself. And with a
Maybe in a bit.
It takes a minute of concentration to change before the 2. And like I
Nove
said,
is confused, and this place seems familiar.
So, Richard, as you're looking around the place, and Quildrith has cured some of your wounds, you look around, and this place becomes more and more familiar, and you think back on it, and it suddenly pops in your head. It's been many years, but you recognize this as a temple that you used to visit. Sorry, 1 second here. I'm trying to... That music's too loud, and I apologize. Where
it's
is
not
it?
blindingly loud.
It's not. No, it's not bad.
It's real sad, though.
So sad.
Yeah, you recognize this temple, and it's been many years, but you stayed here as part of your pilgrimage. You were not one to be sentimental, but this temple resounded within you for some reason. It was part of a small village, and it was run by a husband and wife as part of a family duty. You remember their names as Anya and Stefan Tildor. And you remember them as being inseparable. During your pilgrimage, you stopped here to gain some healing after fighting some bugbears in a nearby forest. And instead of just simply moving on, you lingered. And you wouldn't admit it to anyone else, but on some of your days of having too much of the communion wine, you might admit it to yourself that you were fond of them. And you stayed...
Richard is not that much of a dick. He is fond of some people.
It is rare, but Richard
It is
has,
rare, but
in
he's
his
not a complete
years,
dick about it. Hold on.
been fond of some people, and these two you found a connection with. Their outlook on the faith, it was different than yours, but you still empathized with them. You stayed longer than you originally intended, and you actually helped them heal wayward travelers, and you made repairs around the temple to help them, to assist them. God damn, that is getting loud. Before committing to your current temple of worship, occasionally in your travels, you found anytime you passed in the general vicinity that you would stop and say, "Oh, just stopping to say hello, so you ensure you're committed to the Empress." And sometimes Anya would remind you of your sister. Her kind nature and her push to include you in the smaller workings of the village somehow reminded you of your sister trying to include you with the workings of your siblings and the greater business of your family. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Well, good thing I'm terrible.
Am I finding anything looting his body?
Oh, and I
Go
forgot,
ahead and roll an investigation check.
I forgot to
It's
say
12.
I picked up all weapons and stuff when we were on the roof before coming down, like my daggers and shit.
Okay.
I see nothing. I made too much of a mess and there are guts everywhere.
Okay.
So you just smeared more blood everywhere, and like Vinove's looking at you like, oh, come on.
And,
So, Richard, upon remembering this, you start to look around and unsure if this is really the place that you spent so much time. You start to see some of the repairs that you yourself made. And you see in the back of the temple 2 skeletons.
Not going over them.
You all right, Richard?
Maybe in a bit.
Okay. I'm going to, and I try to make the door in the entrance look. I try to kind of like disguise that we went in here, like kind of throw up some dirt around it, to try to remove any tracks and traces that we came in here.
Okay,
Survival?
make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. Okay.
No, we can't
you know
stay
what?
here long.
Survival check. Make a survival check.
We only have 2 days.
He told us he could turn us into mist. Just in it.
Okay, so you kind of move around and you realize, yeah, these doors are cast open and all the ash. Like, oh, this is going to be kind of tough. And you try to sprinkle it over, and
This isn't working. Okay.
this probably isn't going to work. Genevieve, as you rifle through the body, your anger is building, and you're not really. You pull things out and you throw them aside, not really realizing what you're actually touching, and you're just tearing through this body more out of anger than anything else.
Hold on. Wait a second. Calm yourself. And he kind of, and then
They
Richard, in the
deserve
corner
to
of your
pay.
eye, you can't rip your gaze from the 2 skeletons, 2 bodies in the back of the temple.
Can't. Who can't? What?
you can.
Richard, you cannot turn your gaze away from the bodies in the back of the temple that you see. It's barely there, but you find yourself constantly going back and looking.
Stand up because Vinove kind of pulls me around and just take a side and kind of watch Richard.
Vinove goes to one of the symbols where, like the skull and the flames, and he just starts rubbing gently, seeing if he can take off some of the paint to see if he can find anything underneath it.
All right, make a investigation check. As he's trying to rub one of the skulls, it's clearly reworked metal. There was some kind of ornate symbol originally on his armor that was melted down and recast. The metal doesn't quite sit as it should and reveals a base layer that he can't quite make out.
Vinove already knew that this was Baron Ray's temple, though, right? Because he recognized all of them last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he recognized the buildings as Sarenrae's temples.
The rework was all that he was looking for anyway, so.
And that was in the armor of the Oathbreaker, correct?
And,
Alright. Somebody read... He's a fucking heretic. Somebody read this fucker's last rites.
I'll do it. I go up to his head, and then
I will go towards the skeleton.
and then Vinove, help me. Would you please help me clean him up a little bit? And he starts wiping the blood off him a little. He like grabs like a rag or something that's close and just kind of wipes him off a little bit, so he's not quite as bloody mess as he was. I kind of take his head, the back of his head in my hands, and
As Vinove cleans the armor and wipes away the blood and the battle damage, he
I turn away
pauses. And he looks deep into the face of this individual, and he pauses.
Everything all right?
And then he begins to work again and cleaning the blood away as you watch Richard moving back towards the rear of the temple. Richard, as you move back and get closer to these bodies, you see these two skeletons, their flesh burned from them, and the pose that they have, almost as if they were hiding underneath these tables, and in their last moments they reached for each other.
And
I'm just the rights. Last rights for everybody.
Okay.
I'll start the last rites on the fallen paladin. It's gonna be 9:44. I do have a new start time of 7:30. Would this be a good place to wrap so that way we can get TJ back for his thing?
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap for tonight. We'll hold up with Richard about to read last rites for the bodies, and Quildrith and Vinove beginning to read last rites for the Oathbreaker.
Bye, Twitch.